Does this one sound good? Okay, this one sound good now? You can hear this one? And this one? Yeah, okay, all right. Just want to make sure, yeah. All right, let me know when we're good to go. Hey guys, and welcome back to Greenway Oval Mental Health Round 6 of the American Football ACT, and we have the matchup that maybe all of us have been waiting for. It is the Wolves and the Centurions finally rematching after playing in the first game of the whole season, tying 7-7. I'm Manjot Melly, and joined as always by my guy Matty Connor. How's it going,
Hey,
Matty?
mate, I could not be more excited to be here for a match between undefeateds. It is just kind of mad to think that these two teams have already met earlier in the year, yet we are here for a match of undefeateds. Since then, both these teams have gone through and beaten the Stars and Gladiators each twice, but mate, the first time they met with that tied game in the first week, all the points coming from one, a 75-yard bomb play, jailbreak run from James Henneke, and then that wonderful punt return, from Nick Mattress. I'm really excited to see what this looks like now that both teams have had a few weeks to get their stuff together and get their flow together. So we'll see how that all runs.
Yeah, as we've got the teams lined up for the coin toss. So for the Centurions, you got Bo Kennett, who's wearing the I Got You shirt in support of the I Got You Foundation, who is here today. You're going to see some players with stickers on their helmets as well. As noticing the Wolves players had a few stickers on their helmets as well in support of the foundation. Got Lane Woods, Jamal Batchelor, and looks like Jackson Nelms. And then for the Wolves, got Andrew Noble, Adam Opliger, got I'm just trying to see, Will Thompson, and you have number 44, Reece Cheetah. So Matty C, game is about to start, but first we're going to have a minute's silence, I believe, again, for everyone who has been affected by suicide and mental health, as we are supporting Mental Health Round today.
So I Got You is a wonderful charity supporting mental health awareness and suicide prevention. Got to talk to Lisa at halftime in the first game about the charity and its establishment and what it's aiming to do, Manjot.
Yeah, and it was a great chat with Lisa. I know she had some sort of something went wrong with her throat, like she had a sore throat as well, but she did a very great job speaking as well, like very tough thing, as we both know, like speaking for so long, but especially on something really hard to speak about for a lot of people, like suicide and mental health. But she's really done a great job to make that conversation easier, and her foundation as well, especially considering everything that's gone on in her life with the loss of her son. So it's great speaking to Lisa there, Manny.
And well done having that conversation on behalf of the league too. This whole round is like blue themed to go with that message. And look, if you haven't been down here to the Gridiron today, one, you're about to see a top of the table clash between undefeated teams. Doesn't get better than that. But also come and see the team down here. They've got some great information and resources. They've got great merch for the I Got You Foundation. But then also everything that goes through the canteen today, the proceeds are going to that charity as well. There's too many good reasons not to be here, so come on down. You can even get an autograph or a selfie with Manjot. Come on, who wouldn't want that? And ball is in the air. Let's go.
Drunker kicks this one off. Here's Mattress, who had a big game last week. He's back this week. Some blocking, getting some flags, I believe. As a flag comes flying in, but Mattress will go down around about the 30 now.
Yeah,
Ball's come out at the end.
There's all sorts of stuff going on here.
What's going on? Zadrunka's pointing. Ball to the Centurions on the kickoff. There's a flag down. We have to look out for this flag. But I think it was on the blocking from the kick return, Matty C.
Wow, so this is otherwise an 18-yard return. And we just haven't seen Nick Mattress drop a ball ever. I mean,
Never.
It's kind of like, the most sure thing. And here we go. They've refused a penalty, because why would you take a penalty for an illegal block now when you've got the result of the play? And here we go. In only the biggest game since round 1 in terms of implications for the top of the ladder, we've got the Centurions with the ball starting on the 32-yard line, going in.
Here we go. McShane at the bottom of the screen at receiver. You also have, as well, Jermaine Stewart. James Henneke at the top of the screen. And Higgins there. And Mango Jackson gets monstered. Sambon with the big tackle up the middle. Shout out to the Torres Strait Island communities as well, Matty C, who are watching today.
It is so terrific to have Sam Bourne back. He does so much through his social media to help promote a whole bunch of awareness and understanding around the wonderful culture from the Torres Strait Island. It's great to have him back. He starts later in the league most years. It means that he's nice and fresh for the back half of the year and having an immediate impact on his first game back.
Loss of 1. Quick ball. Henneke from behind the line. He's going to take it out around about a 6-yard gain, be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, nice catch and run from James Henneke. It's good to see the ball in his hands early. I feel like we saw this last time. He got a ball in his hands early, had a 76-yard touchdown in the first game. He then went on to have about 5 catches for another 70-odd yards. He's a confidence receiver. You've got to get him the ball early and get his spirits up. He goes and gets a good 4 or 5-yard gain there, no dramas. I don't think that's going to be nearly the end of James Henneke today.
Definitely not. 3rd and 6. The defense chants come
Let's
up.
go. Let's have it.
Here we go.
Making it hard for him to communicate out there, isn't it?
2 receivers either side. Kennett back to throw, looking, rolls right, trying to find Henneke and Stewart. Almost! Did he get the pick? Yes, he did! There's Ray Nang. Oh, what a pick by him. Out of nowhere, Matty C. He just came across and got the pick.
Wow, and that was so casual that Kennett he had time and he could see he had his receiver on that sideline. He was looking for Siemka on that sideline. He checks it down. Nang picks his pocket, absolutely stole his lunch, and takes that intercept over the sideline 23 yards out. All of a sudden now we're not so disadvantaged as we might have been from what was essentially the pay we would have had if we'd had the kickoff plus the blocking penalty.
Well, all you did is just lost a bit of time, you should say, Matty C.
That's
First
it.
and 10.
And a yard maybe 1 yard.
Handoff. Here's Christie. We know what he did in the Capital Bowl last year. He gets a gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
I'm going to give him 2. I'm going to give him 2. Renee Hendricks, our far line judge, gave him 2. I'll give him 2.
Give him 2, Matty.
Yeah, why not? He was a hero in the Capital Bowl too. 2 breakaway long touchdowns and just all that toughness that you might expect out of Jake Christie. Go and talk to him. He's a very softly spoken, very gentle bloke. He's a bit shy to talk in front of a microphone, but you give him a ball and you put him over that white line, completely different man.
Here it is, 2nd and 8. Coming up here for the Wolves. 2 receivers either side. Phillips, handoff. Here goes Christie. Bounces to the left side, but again only gets 2 yards. A big tackle, and Furlan Neto there to get the stop.
Well, I got to talk to Joe Furlan Neto before the game, and he was like jumping. He was like watching Eddie Gordo from Tekken just doing the little sway dancing. He was pumped for this one, knowing that he's coming off that edge. And he hits so much harder than it looks like he can. Number 30, he's not the biggest guy out there, but man, he hits far bigger than he looks.
3rd and 5 coming up. Gain of 3 there on that one. So we got Phillips awaiting the snap. 2 receivers either side. He's going to hand it off again. Christie, 3rd carry of the day. He is close. I think he got that, Matty C.
No, I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah,
I reckon his knee
over.
was right on that line, so they might move that ball back a little bit, but I reckon his knee went down on it. No, they're going to give him his elbow. That's a 6-yard gain. Well done, Jake Christie. 3 carries, 11 yards, looking strong.
Perfect, and really a run first team. Oh, man down is Furlan Neto, who made that big tackle on the last play, Matty C.
Yeah, it's just... Feeling a bit ginger there. We'll give him time to recoup here, but mate, this has been a pretty wild start. We've had turnovers
it's actually
both
Wells,
ways.
Matty C, who's won 2 MVPs this season so far. Hopefully he's good to go, but big loss for this play, at least, Matty C. He's been such a great defensive player.
Yeah, he really has. Like the last couple of weeks, he only played to just around half-time last week, and in that time he had 2 fumbles and an intercept. So he turns up, he's everywhere. Incredibly savvy player, very experienced. He's another one of these fellows who's come and joined us from having played in other leagues in the past as well, and he just brings so much wealth of experience and athleticism to this league.
So 1st and 10 coming up from the 34. Here's Phillips' first pass of the day. Here he hits the hands of his receiver. And Damon Smith cannot get back to the line. Jermaine Stewart all over him.
Yeah, it's good to see too, because again, Jermaine Stewart, not the biggest guy in the world. In fact, Damo Smith gets a pretty hefty advantage in size. So nice job from Stewart getting a piece of him and just ushering him towards that sideline. We're going to give him a 0-yarder on that one.
So 2 former teammates on the Gladiators colliding there. Stewart wins the battle. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 receivers either side. Christie in the backfield. As the Centurions defensive line gets lined up in a 4-3 formation. Back to throw. Here he is. Pump fake. Quick one. Mattress. He gets the catch. And a good first down by Mattress, who had that fumble on the opening kickoff. He's really made up for it there, Matty C.
Yeah, boom, second first down of the drive, having not even gone on the field for this first drive. It's that awkward thing where I have to say, well, the drive started at 32, but they had 0 plays. You don't see that a lot. Here they are now outside the 45-yard line. So just doing a great job moving that ball along. It's a 14-yard gain for Nick Mattress.
And 2 receivers either side. Christie in the backfield. Phillips awaits the snap on 1st and 10 from the 46. He's going to hand it off. Here goes Christie, left side, and boy, he gets a good run there, Matty C. Gets about 6 yards.
Yeah, I reckon we'll give him just north of 5 on that one, and good strong carry as he gets it into the attacking half now, Manshot. We're over the halfway line. This is the money end of the field, and Christie just looking stronger and stronger. 2, 3, 6, 6 are his 4 carries so far, 17 yards and building speed.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tough day for the Centurions if he is going to run like that.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to try and stress test this defense. They've been so good all year. You want to put them under as much pressure as you can.
2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Phillips. Back to throw. Looking. Left side. Going for his receiver, Smith, who gets a good catch for 6 yards. Yeah, right side there for the left-handed quarterback.
And he does a great job of doing just enough, Smith. He gets the ball, he turns upfield, there's nothing there, he gets down. We're going to have a first down on that play. It's a 3rd of the drive now. He gets exactly what you needed to hit the line again. And just a nice and patient throw from Phillips, who Jamal Batchelor had done a great job of getting penetration through the middle, but Phillips able to get the ball out inside of him just in time.
And you're going to watch Smith, who got that last catch, and he got one for 0 yards earlier. He's going to be one-on-one at the top of the screen. So Phillips just signaling to his team, probably an audible here. And the handoff goes to Christie. And Christie through the middle.
Yeah, well done.
Christie is going to get the first down.
And just another one. He's picking up speed. He had carries for 2 and 3, then 6 and 6. Now he's got one for 10. Just all on his own 10. He gets exactly to the line again, and away they go. 4th first down of this drive. And this incredibly good Centurions defense is now, it's under some duress now. This Wolves team is moving the ball on them.
So 2 receivers at the top of the screen. They're going to move one more, Marshall at the top. And then they're going to go one-on-one at the bottom with Smith against John Zadrunka. See if they go with that matchup there. So going to go throw it. Smith incomplete.
Yeah, just behind him. Just a little behind him. That was all. Everything else about the play looked good. It was they're a timing play. And if you're a little behind the timing, the whole thing just blows up.
So we're going to get 2nd down and 10 coming up here, Matty C.
Just think such a nice blocking job up front. So it's Opliger on this right side, and then from the middle and the left there, the 2 big fellas, Adam Friley and Jason Karjalainen on the inside of that left side of the line. That's exactly where we're seeing Christie get all that push from. It's good to see. We don't get to call the big guys' names enough, do we?
Definitely not, and that's something we always want to improve. As they're going to go
again.
Dugdale incomplete. That floats out. It's going to be a 3rd down coming up here.
It's really good push. Lucky that was an incomplete pass because the alignment had got a long way downfield with that push on the play action. But that pass, I think Dugdale could see it coming, And he could hear he had footsteps in front of him. I think he was just a bit nervous to go and put himself in harm's way there. Better let it sail over his head and know it was going to be incomplete than put himself at risk or the ball at risk.
So 3rd and 10. Phillips is going to get the snap. You got Marshall and Dugdale at the top of the screen. Mattress and Smith at the bottom of the screen.
Imagine having a cover Mattress and Smith on the same side. Oh my gosh.
And then they're going to go with the handoff and through the middle. Sam Thompson, he's just going to get taken down. Will Clode and Jamal Batchelor teaming up there, Matty C.
We reckon he might have lost a yard on that too. They're not giving him going forwards. So this is tough now. You're in a position where you've had a couple of incomplete passes and now a run for really no yards at all, and you're on the 35-yard line, way too far to send a kicking option out there. So you're going to go for it here on 4th down. If you can't get it, you just want to make sure that you give your receiver a chance to have tried it, and then hopefully put the game back in the hands of your defense, who got a turnover last time out.
Yeah, so you're talking about that matchup there. We're just going to go back to Mattress. Oh, he caught it in the end, and Mattress is going to get down inside the 20. Matty, what I was just about to say is that matchup you're talking about earlier, Mattress and Smith, they floated McShane to that side. Didn't get the stop that time, but they're really keying on that.
Yeah, an incredible play there. 16-yard catch from Mattress, who juggles it the first time and then brings it under control before he gets to the ground, turns upfield, and tries to make a couple extra yards. But this is the thing, right? Tyler McShane is such an experienced player, and having Zadrunka out on this side is probably worthwhile bringing the more experienced player over, where they'd had Jermaine Stewart over here earlier. So just swapping it around for experience.
The 1st down and 10. Move Mattress in motion. Mattress gets the pitch. And Mattress, he's going to get taken down. Nelms is there for the tackle for loss.
Yeah, and it's definitely a loss on that one. It was not going anywhere really anyway, but he was trying to do a good job of just getting the player in front of him to just make some contact. Just make some contact against someone. So he'd sent Thompson in and hoping he could just leverage some contact, but just ran out of time.
Definitely, and good coverage as well, you could say, by Donnie Saunders to take that initial hit, Matty C.
Mate, Donnie Saunders is playing like a man possessed. He played the juniors game earlier today, same as last week, and he was dominant in both of those performances, and he has stood up in the seniors as well. For a young bloke, he's a very impressive young man. He's a great sign of the future of the league.
2nd and 12. Quick one here again to Smith. And Smith will get about 3 yards, you'd say.
And they used the aggressiveness of the defensive line against itself there. Saunders had his ears pinned back to come through and try and rush the quarterback. The ball sailed clean over his helmet, about a foot above his head. So his aggressiveness to get to the quarterback meant that he missed an opportunity to play on the ball. Then it's completed pass to Smith for a couple of yards. He could have broken that up.
3rd and 10 here. Smith, 1-on-1 at the top of the screen. You got the 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Noble comes in for Mattress. See if that is just for play or so. 3rd and 10. And here it is. Phillips looking, and he gets it to Marshall, and Marshall will go down near the 10-yard line.
He'll be near the 1st down marker, right? Because it's spotted about the 19. He'll get down to about the 12. So it's going to be a 3rd and 3. Nice catch from Marshall.
Or 4th and 1, Matty C, actually.
4th down. There we go. And Coach Matt Lewis, he's impressively dressed today. Yeah. I heard he's been to a wedding earlier today. I would like to see him dressed like this every week, and I told him that. But he was incensed before that play went off about the delay of the snap. He's given the officials a little piece of his mind about that play, and then the play gets off, and they've given an 8-yard gain to Jack Marshall.
I think that was a timeout. Wolves there, Matty C, from what I can see. So bring up 4th and 2. And Matty, I was saying it all of last game. Those 4th and 1, 4th and 2 games are where it's won and lost. Yeah,
it is. And because it all comes down to your offensive and defensive lines, right? It's not the sexiest part of the game, but if you can get the push there, then, it gives you a huge advantage. And especially when it comes to knowing that it's the difference between getting 1 or 2 yards when you desperately need it. We saw in the previous game, a couple of inches can make a massive difference. Completely made a difference between the seasons for the two teams in that game, with Clayton Gunning's foot getting down just a whisper inside the end of that end zone. Because if he'd been out, the implications changed completely. So confidence in short yardage matters.
Oh, Phillips, he's got to get past Saunders. Oh, he just stiff-armed him, but the second level contact will get the stop. Oh, what a play over the top, Matty C. Wow. Drunker got in there. We're just going to, I think the initial hit from McShane as well, Matty.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to give Phillips a 1 yard gain there, but it was broken down immediately. There was nowhere for Phillips to go. He had to then seek the contact and try and just make the best of the contact.
Filineto.
And he could not push through it. And Joe Filineto, mate, he has already shown twice on this drive that he hits bigger than he looks. And they stopped a drive there that was 5 first downs deep. And with no Sean Tokley active today, they had to go for it.
So here it is, 1st and 10. Both teams getting big stops to start this game. It's going to be one of those tight ones again, Matty.
Yeah, it's looking like, isn't it? That drive ends at the 11-yard line from a drive that started on their own 23. Here we go.
And why not get Mango to football? And Mango Jackson does not get past the... There is a flag there in the backfield, so we will have to wait.
We've got some screaming coaches from the other side of the field there.
Holding
got a
the
holding
offense.
call.
It's a half the distance because they are close to their goal line.
Yeah. So usually holding would be a 10-yard penalty. They're 11 yards from their line, and what they'll do there is, if the penalty is, the penalty's a majority of the way back, they'll just give half the distance just to keep it a little bit fair for the defense to have some room.
So two receivers on either side, shall I say, and you have Jackson in the backfield. Handoff this time. It actually isn't Jackson, it's Mujali. And Mujali's going to get the carry, and Mujali gets taken down. A big tackle back there, Matty C. And just trying to get the number there. I think you might see Rain Nang on that one again.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And nice tackle. A gain of 0 by the look of it for James Mujali. He was an excellent running back for the Centurions team over time in the last couple of seasons. And he has been focusing much more on playing defense in recent times. So it's nice to see him out there with the ball in hand and giving our mate Mango a little breather, because he's an exceptionally good running back.
So 2nd and 14, they gave him a short gain of 2 in the end.
2, okay. I was trying to watch for the movement of the...
Oh, good, man. You see,
yeah, you got me, brother. You got me.
Yeah, 2nd.
You got my back.
Yeah, 2 receivers either side. Going to go to Henneke, and Henneke a long way to go. Oh, wow, he's going to have to go for a pile. They're still pushing him down. He might get about 6 yards or 7.
He might do, yeah. I'm just going to be interested to see what this
flag
flag's for, because it came in from this far side. The back judge threw it a long way. So I'm just interested to see what that one's going to be for.
They've really emphasized blocks in the back today.
Yeah.
I shall say, from observing the first game, Matty.
That's exactly what it is. So he'll get the gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, it's just been... Oh, a player down as well. It's one of their big offensive line. I think that might be Mundine, Matty C. Just looking at the lineman, and he wears that long sleeve, so I think that might be him.
He's feeling pretty uncomfortable right there, pretty much on the hash marks along the sideline.
Yeah, he's one of the great figures of the game as well. President of the Centurions as well. He's been
very active member on the committee in the league over time as well.
Yeah,
he's been a real contributor to the ACT league under all its different names over time. And he's not 40, by the way. He collared me a couple of weeks ago for telling everybody he was 40. He is not 40. I just want to clear that up.
So 2nd and 14. Basically, they're bringing them back to the same spot. So 2 receivers either side. Let's see what happens here. And then going to run here is Mujali.
Yeah,
and Mujali breaks through. He's going to get the first down, and he gets down to the 30. What a run by James Mujali.
Yeah, an excellent run. It's 23 yards, and we said this the first time we saw him carry the ball. He is a more than capable opportunity to run that ball in space of Mango Jackson. So great to see, because he is so capable of doing that. We saw him run for over 400 yards last season before even finding the end zone. And just a terrific runner of the ball.
Flag came down where he got tackled, man. You see, and I think this might be an unsportsmanlike. Let's just double check this one.
Well, and they're going to march it off the run.
Yeah, so they get the first down. It came after the play, and it'll be against the Centurions. It'll be 1st and 10 still, but 15 yards back.
Yeah, but we're going, well, half distance because we weren't quite out at the 30. So half distance, and Grant Clark's walking that one off. You can see he was sort of just pounding the maths.
It's 1st and 10.
The ball's going to be at the 14 and a half because they were at the 29. So there you go.
Wow.
You like that one?
And they're back here again. Close to their goal line after a big run. The run will count. Just a penalty came afterwards. So, man in motion, Stewart. Going to go handoff again. Mujali. He's going to break through, and he will get back to line. Flag at the end of the play. Boy,
And
oh boy.
no business gaining any yards on that. He just had no business.
Hmm.
And look how patient and fast he is in those tight spaces. But we're going to get a hold, and we're going to go another half the distance again.
And that one is going to be against the offense, Matty. It's interesting. I was listening to Coach Jason Ray. We spoke a bit pre-game. Sort of wanted the penalty flags to stay away in this game. He really wanted just a game to play out. But already we're seeing the officials calling absolutely everything.
Yeah, and I think there is a precedent to be set too because the stakes are so high in this game. I think you need to, as officials, keep control of it. You don't want to throw flags on things that aren't necessary, but because you want the game to play, but you definitely need to make sure that you're in a position where you are in control of the game and the players aren't running the game for you and making it chippier or more aggressive than it needs to be.
So handoff, Mujali breaks through 1, breaks through 2. Boy, he's having a tough time getting past Noble. And Noble with a big tackle there, Matty. 2nd and 17.
They're going to give him credit for about a half a yard gain there, maybe a full yard. He just had to work so hard to even get back to the line. But again, this is his versatility. He finds ways, he jinks, he changes direction, and he got a very fast first step out of it. So he goes and finds space where there wasn't any, and he probably had no business making any yards there, and here he is, he gets one.
And good to see Geelong Mundine back out there as well, Matty. See, just noticed him just back out there for those concerned at home as well. 2nd and 15 coming up. 2 receivers either side. See what they do. And Kennett rolling left. Under pressure. Floats it out. Incomplete. Whoa. That was interesting there, Matty. See, Ziemka, he wasn't really expecting it. He kind of ducked under it a little bit.
Well, and it was behind him, and I think he just knew he wasn't going to be able to stop quickly enough unless he broke down. But then when you break down, you've got no opportunity to get your arms up. So it's just behind him, and it's not the worst thing that could have happened because the ball falls harmlessly away, and it's still 3rd down, about 15 to get.
So 3rd and 15. See what they do here. Jolly in the backfield, 2 receivers either side.
Oh, they got him to move.
Jump. Let's see, Kennett unloads it for Henneke. Oh, he caught it, and he's going down the right sideline. 1 man to beat. No, he's not going to catch him. Touchdown! Centurions! There he is again, just like in week 1. James Henneke gets the Centurions. The dream start on the board.
What an incredible catch he had to really concentrate on that ball coming in. As the receiver there, you've got hands all in your face. You don't know if it's going to take a deflection or what. He concentrates and holds it. As soon as he felt it, he gripped it. You could see him consciously think, I've got to grip this. And then it was off to the races. 89 yards after they had been bunkered down in their own end and having a tough time getting out. Just like last time around, flush play, 6-0.
So Drunko will kick it. Henneke, after that amazing catch, you want to depend on his hands for this hold as well.
Wow, what an incredible start. And here we are. We're going to see this wonderfully slick unit that is the field goal team.
And what did I say? His hands were good. Kick is good. Oh, there's some contact and a flag again, Matty C. So
here we go.
While the coaches, they seem like they've really wanted this to play out, the officials, they're going to call everything today, Matty C.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, but this seems to have happened after the play. So we're going to count the extra point. Put that on the board. It's going to be 7-0. This will be resultant after that, and the yardage for whatever this will be, it's going to get marked off.
It's all good.
Field goal good. After the play, yeah. We've got a personal foul on a defensive player. It will get marked off from the kickoff, which means that we'll see Zadrunka get to move up much closer to halfway.
Yeah, say just came in over the top of the snapper, I think it was. So Mundine, really tough job there, long snapping, Matty C.
Yeah.
Don't really need defenders going in over the top. Pretty dangerous play. They're going to call that every time.
Yeah, and rightly they absolutely should. Straight out of the gate too, we've got Kennett with 3 out of 5 completions, and they've all been to James Henneke, who is now completed for 100 yards.
Wow.
And a
Already
touchdown.
100 yards, and we're not even like halfway through the first quarter. That's just insane, Matty C.
Yeah, so a drive that started on the 11, went up, went back, went up, went back, ended up on the 11 when the touchdown play came from. So there you go.
Yeah.
89-yard play.
This would have
To
been
end an 89-yard drive.
It would have been such a great week to do fantasy, Matty. We did
Wouldn't
forget about that. We ran out of time.
We just ran out of time,
We
mate.
ran out of time.
It's been a bit of an up-down week as well, just with coming in and out of the game. Here we go. It's a Drunker. Let's go.
So Drunker kicking this one deep. And Mattress from his own goal line. He's going to field it very bravely. He's going to get past Neto, who's trying to rip that football. He's going to get down at the 15, so 15-yard gain on that return.
Yeah, and importantly holds on to it. He got an 18-yard gain from the first one, dropped it in the skirmish around the ruck that sort of engulfed him. And now we're in a position where we see the Wolves, who got off to a great start on their last drive. First time their offense actually got on the field, even though they received the opening kickoff, they immediately lost it in that fumble. They come straight back out and put together a drive that goes from their own 23, right? So let's do the maths on this. It's 27 yards from there to halfway, plus another 39 after that to get them down to the 11 where they were stopped on downs. No Sean Tokley this week active, so they are not kicking the field goal. That is quite a long way to go. You've got 70 yards in that, and they just were stopped. They just stopped. So 5 first downs in the drive. Let's see if they can pick up that rhythm again.
So they got the ball to the 20 in the end. So just getting everyone set here. So 1st and 10 coming up. And they're going to hand it off, fake it, and then go to Dugdale. And Dugdale braves the Drunker, holds on to him to stop him from getting to the first down marker.
Yeah, Dugdale actually had to break the tackle of Jack Marshall there at first. Those two crossed paths, and Dugdale had to step back and inside of him. But they're going to give him credit for about a 7-yard gain.
So 2nd and about 7. So just one of the officials dropped their flag there. So there's no flag on the field, just in case people were able to hear that. There's no flag there, just an official dropped the flag. So 2nd and 3 coming up here. Phillips back to throw, looking, going deep. Smith one-on-one. Oh, he could not hold on. Stewart in coverage, and Stewart does enough to stop the pass.
Yeah, and excellent concentration from Damon Smith, who had to turn back through the corner, but the corner not doing enough in terms of contact to make that a penalisable offence for touching that receiver. And he really had to juggle at that ball and just couldn't bring it in. The whole thing, a really good football play, considering it's an incomplete pass, and that it'll just get marked as an incomplete pass on their stat sheet.
3rd down and 3 yards to go. Got to think the Wolves have to get something going offensively. Here's Christie bouncing out. I guess that first down. Oh, ball's out. The ball is out. It is out of bounds. Whoa, what a hit, Matty C. Wow, Siemka really just came in and laid the boom.
Yeah, he did, and Christie's helmet's off. He has to come off the field. He gets the first down, but the ball goes out of bounds about 2 yards past that marker.
No, it was Wells. Of course it was Wells, Matty C.
Credit for a 5-yard rushing gain for Jake Christie, who's now 6 rushes have all gone for the last 4 of them, all gone for 5 or more. He's looking quite strong out there.
Boy, when Ben Wells hits you, you got to hold on to that football because you know he'll always love to rip that out. And I think that's the end of the first quarter. What a quarter it's been, especially for someone like James Henneke, Matty C.
I mean, has that first quarter met your expectations? Because, I mean, it has mine.
Yes.
We've seen turnovers both ways. We've seen some big hits. We've seen a bomb-scoring play, and we've seen some stout defense. This is all the things that were on my bingo card for today, but I'm just kind of wondering what else we're going to get.
Hey, here it is, Matty C, as we just catch up with our good friend, Pete Ryan, our favorite quarterback, of course, Matty
My
C.
favorite quarterback. Oh, my gosh. That guy. He and I, we used to connect on this field all the time. It was the best. Now we get to watch the new generation of the guys do it. And, I mean, no better example than that James Henneke bomb down that same sideline I used to streak down. way back, there were only a couple
Back
of
in the
TV
day.
channels back then, mate. It was there was no Foxtel. You couldn't get it on Foxtel.
Yeah,
It was
wow.
all local TV stations back then, mate. None of this streaming bizzo.
Yeah, damn. Back in the Unk days, Matty C. Wow.
Yeah, mate. I'm not hiding from that. I'm very realistic about where I fit in the timeline of things.
And the kids call me Unk. First and 10 coming up here from the 32. Start of the second quarter after that big hit from Ben Wells and that first down run from Jake Christie. And the quick pass, Doug Dale won't get to him.
Just behind him, and he couldn't turn that frame around to go get it. Mate, we were talking about this on the drive here, actually. You and I, we share the same chauffeur.
Yep.
And we were just talking like, Unk days, mate. We were tossing up whether at 23, are you in your early or mid-20s? And we decided 23 is probably early still.
It's still early.
Early. Okay, just checking.
Anything before 25, I reckon.
Oh, gee, that's a pretty liberal stick to measure.
All right. 20.
Where's my daughter? She'll tell us.
Second down 10. Here it is for Phillips and Batchelor. Oh, he got a bit of his collar. What's it called? Oh, Phillips, what a run. What a run by Matt Phillips. Boy, oh boy, Matty, see, this is why we love watching you play.
Oh, my gosh. And he ends up with about 6 yards on that. But you know who gets him? Jamal Batchelor from behind and John Zadrunga from in front. Batchelor did not give up on that play. He got up and he returned to the fray. And as soon as Phillips spun out of that second attempted tackle, who was there? Batchelor to grab his ankle. Well done. Zadrunga finishes him off. Nice when your kicker and punter can hit like that too, by the way. That's a real nice luxury.
3rd and 4. Phillips has a long way to go still in this drive.
Tough.
He's got to get
That was
to
tough.
Smith. And Smith, after that one, the deflection, get down to the 40. It's 4th down and 2 at your own 40. Do you go for it or do you not?
No, they're going to punt it away, and I would as well. That ball was touched. Donnie Saunders came off the edge, and he actually got a piece of that, and we're on the perfect angle for that. You could see the deviation and great concentration from Smith to bring it in. He only gets a 1 yard gain. Smith with 4 catches for 5 yards. They've done a good job containing him.
Yeah, and they're really getting him in those screen games, Matty C. I reckon you got to get a deep one to him sooner or later.
Yeah.
That's what I feel
They
like.
took that shot at the end of the first quarter. They've had a shot for him, so they're saying you got to respect that we can go long. All the completions have been at or around the line of scrimmage, though.
So it looks like Doug Dale going to kick this one away. And
Yeah, he was out
Jermaine-
there practicing the punting in pre-game because, again, this is they're not having Tokley effect. So extra points, we expect to be going for 2 today. Field goals, we've already seen. When they're in range, they're just going to let that go and they're going to try and cash in on the points. So Doug Dale, he was hitting them pretty sweet, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I watched a couple of those punts. I think first
You and I were
punt
out there
on-
punting last week and we couldn't hit him like he was.
Yeah, we only hit like 40 yards, were we? You're hitting
You know
30.
who punts him? Sandy Muskell Knight. He actually plays semi-pro in AFL too for Cootamundra. I was talking to him after the game today and he cleared that up for
Oh, high snap. And putting him under pressure, Matty C.
me. Yeah, no
But he
torp
gets
on that
a
one.
Good. Gets a decent bounce. Oh, whoa. The acrobatics there, Matty C, to get down. Wow, that was, that was just incredible. I think might have seen Benji Haskey. Oh, no, it's Lockie Clark, actually. Just
Lockie
got
Clark.
down. Wow. That was a risky play.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing, right? Like an experienced player taking a risk like that, it's not as risky as it might be if it's an inexperienced player. You sort of know what you can and can't do. It's not a lot Lockie Clark hasn't seen in this league either. He's been around a long time. He's a quality player. He's an incredible flag player too, actually. We should throw that
Definitely.
in there. And an even better guy, in fact. So there you go.
For sure. Yeah, great teammate of mine back in the flag days with the Centurions back last year. Feels like a long time ago, Matty C.
It does.
1st and 10 coming up.
Hey, this is a long time ago because you're an unk. We covered this.
From the 19, handoff goes to Mango Jackson, who gets met. Very tough contact. I think that's Nicolin there, and he got folded up a little bit in that contact as well, Matty.
Yeah, they're going to give Mango 2 yards. He's my favourite name at the moment in our local football league, Mango Jackson. I just love saying it.
Yeah, 2nd down coming up.
I tell you, we've got a crowd here today, Manjot, and you know why? It's because we're supporting a great charity today. We'll talk about it in a little bit,
Yeah.
but if you're not down at the Gridiron and you can't hear us live just with your own ears, come on down. If you're hearing this through YouTube, we'll explain why in just a moment. It's a great day for ACT Gridiron here and supporting a great cause.
2 receivers either side here. Mango Jackson in the backfield. after that hit from Cheetah. And they're going to get it up. Oh, almost intercepted by Ray Nang again. Third down coming up.
Yeah, gee, straight through Siemka's hands there.
Oh.
Mate, the gridiron today, it's Blue Round for us here, and we're supporting a great charity, I Got You, and they're about mental health awareness and suicide prevention. Come on down, meet the folks here from I Got You. It's a great charity. We spoke to Lisa at halftime in the first game, and they've got some great resources here, but also some great merch to try and help support the charity. And all the proceeds from the canteen, Manjot, also going to I Got You. Great charity around mental health and suicide prevention.
And you're going to see the stickers on a few players' helmets
Yeah.
today as well. 3rd and 8 coming up. As they're going to go here. Handoff, Sinfield. He got to get past the initial tackle. He won't. And he's going to fall down for a loss. A big play. Cheetah again. What a drive from him.
So they go and gain 2 yards before Jackson. They immediately lose those yards just from great defensive penetration from that right edge of the defensive line of Gagarin. They've got some big boys out there, and they've got some speedy guys out there. It's a great mix. They're a super experienced mob in that line area and that linebacking core. And I mean, we've already seen Ray Nang causing his issues with that defense on this side of the line. So where do you go? If you can't go off one edge and you can't go off the other edge, got to go through the middle, right?
Yeah, and Charlie Sturt, Matty C, really came through with that pressure there.
Yeah, it's good to see, isn't it?
And Kennett, he's going to punt it. Oh, boy, he gets this one away. He's going to get it to Mattress. Mattress scored their only touchdown of the game against the Centurions from a punt return. He won't get one here as good coverage made by Jermaine Stewart and coming in over the top Will Clode.
Yeah, he gets about a 13-yard return here, and here we go. They're down on the scoreboard, but now they're starting a drive in the right end of the field. They're in the Centurions' end by about 3 yards. They're going to get marked at about the sort of 48, maybe. They really need to put it together here. They couldn't manufacture a first down on their last drive. They could manufacture one first down on the last drive. They really need to get this offense clicking here because we're in the second quarter now. And I think if they get into halftime without any points, I would not want to be in that dressing room when Jason Ray gives you a piece of his mind at halftime, because his offense is a part of his team that he is expecting to produce.
Here it is, 1st and 10. And the handoff goes to Christie, and Batchelor meets him. And boy, he lost the football at the end, but he was down, I think, before that happened, Matty C.
Oh my God, Rick, it's Batchelor, Claude, Haig, they were all in there. It's like an all-star game. Goodness.
Yeah, wow. It's just right in front of us right now as well. You can see it on the camera. Christie did lose the football, but his knee was down beforehand.
Yeah.
So a bit of a scary play, but they know they've got Christie to fumble a couple times now. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and that's they're clearly going for that ball. Clearly going for it.
As Phillips goes, throws it up. Doug Dale. Oh! He caught it! He caught it down the right sideline! Touchdown, Wolves! Touchdown, Wolves! Unbelievable catch by Jack Dugdale!
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness!
That was like a magic act. Now you see it. Now he don't. Does he have it? He doesn't have it. It was like sleight of hand, and all of a sudden he pops out the back with it off the back of the defender, and he is away. A nice catch and a great reward for Dugdale, who has been a very solid part of this offense all season long. And for him to get a reward like that on a play like that to bring this game back to a 7-6 game, very impressive from the young man.
So down on the scoreboard, 6-7. They're going to have to go for 2 to go up 8-7 because they don't have Tokley today, Matty C, as you said. Big loss for them.
It's a big loss, but you've only got an offense who just peeled off a 48-yard play. You expect they can get 3.
Here it is. Looking
to the flooded
Phillips.
side.
Quick one, Dugdale! Oh, he couldn't hold on that time. And great coverage there. Lockie Clock, who was there on that touchdown play, Matty C, makes up for it and keeps the lead for the Centurions.
Yeah, and they needed to complete that to take a lead, right? And the problem with 2 pointers, if you don't complete it, then now you're still trailing. The problem there for Dugdale is he got the good clutch on the ball, but he couldn't bring it in initially, and then there was contact, and that made the juggling act happen. So just a tough situation. If he could get a good grip on it the first time, he's got it, and he's across the line. No worries. That may actually become a big play later in the game. It's funny how these things happen, but we're in the early second quarter here. It wouldn't surprise me if that had something, the result hinged one way or another based on a play like that.
Incredible. We are in for a treat, Matty. We thought last game was good. this game could be even better. Who knows?
Yeah, well, here we go. This is our fourth drive now for the Centurions. They've had the last drive went for 0 yards, amazingly. 0 yards.
And here's a guy you love with the ball in his hands, Will Claude. He's going to get down at the 47. A good return, Matty, see about 10 yards.
Yeah, actually, I reckon he's got closer to 13. I think he started with that one on about his 34-yard line. We're going to get him marked up near halfway, which is almost exactly the spot that the touchdown pass just came from. So it's kind of funny to see that this is where this drive's going to start. And I think Jason Raynell will have a bit of relief. They've got some points after they've done such a nice job on offense. They had 6 first downs before that touchdown pass, and they've managed to hold the Centurions to 1 first down. So he was desperate, I think, for his offense to get some points, considering just how much more freedom they've had moving that ball.
So there is 1st and 10. Well, one of those first downs as well, Matty C, was a touchdown. So that was big as well. So they're going to quick snap. It was a little low. Just going through the middle there is Kennett for a gain of about 2 or 3.
Their 4th different runner of the ball today behind Mango Jackson, James Majali, and Bailey Sinfield now. Kennett goes out, picks up about 3 yards. Nobody's carried the ball more than 3 times for the Centurions yet. It's about their 9th carry of the day.
Yeah, and I think Mango Jackson might have changed his helmet there, Matty C, just to let the viewers know at home. He's gone from the white helmet that he's used to the black helmet of the Centurions. So gain about 3. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Defense chance going to come up here. And back to throw, looking for Siemka, and a good pass. Going down the left side. Oh my goodness, 1 man to beat. Julian Siemka dives for the goal line, in for the touchdown, Centurions. What a play, Julian Siemka. They call him Touchdown Jesus for a reason.
They do. And he is just so fun to watch with the ball. He is so quick. He's just so quick. And he makes the most out of space. He had so much to do after that catch, and he did it. He got it done, and he was one-on-one in that corner, and he made the guy completely miss. Had no chance. An excellent play from Julian Siemka. That play goes for 52 yards and 6 points.
And officially, Matty C, we have hit more points this game than the last time these two teams played. So that too, it's a very open game. The Centurions know they need to win this, and they're going to kick this one through. No good. It's going to be wide right.
Wow. So this is not something that happens very often where the ball off the boot goes wide. You'll see them blocked. You'll see aborted snaps. You'll see all kinds of malarkey go on. But if the ball's on the ground and pointed the right way, Zdrunka gets a hold of it, goes through. Very rare. So, again, it's a play like that. I think it's going to be a play like that that does a lot to determine the outcome of this game, man. I'm going to say it.
It's every play massive. Every play is massive. And I think definitely as well, wow. I don't know about that one, Matty C. It's definitely a low kick.
Yeah, and way off to the right, way off to the right. So just something not quite right there. But, mate, can we just go back and celebrate Julian Siemka's touchdown? How fun was that to watch? He just rumbles and bumbles. He finds space where it shouldn't be any, and he's so quick. He's so quick. And also, just so identifiable with those nice long white sleeves.
Definitely, Matty C.
Touchdown Jesus, huh?
Yeah.
I love it.
Him and Ben Wells, something about those white long sleeves, right?
Yeah. And a few ways, JC for Julian Siemka, Jesus Christ, but also if he grows long enough beard.
Yeah. And they're going to wave that for a touchback. So, Matty C, time for the Wolves to respond again.
Yeah, here we go. So, you've been in a hole once. You've come back and practically leveled. Okay, so the conversion, but you got the touchdown to get you on the board as well. Now, immediately, 3 plays later, you're just back where you started. I think that's got to kind of be a bit demoralising for this defence, because the defence for the Wolves have been pretty good all year. We know that the Centurions defence has been outstanding all year, and now you have to go back and try and move that ball against the Centurions defence again. So it's going to be tough.
So get the ball around the 30, Matty C. I think they might have just tacked on a little bit there in terms of a foul. Just didn't see the call there. Yeah, it was against the Centurions. They're going to march it up 5 yards. So first down, 10 yards to go from the 30. 2 receivers either side. And here's
Great fake.
Phillips looking up there. Incomplete for Marshall.
Yeah, I feel like Marshall felt like he had to break the pass up because I reckon Lockie Clark had position.
Lockie Clark, incredible defensive coverage, Macy, as he said.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over him like a cheap suit, and just a nice bit of play, I think, and awareness from your receiver. Sometimes as a receiver, you end up having to be a defensive back, and your job is like, I need this pass to be incomplete because I'm not going to catch it. I just need to make sure he doesn't catch it. And, yeah, just a nice heads-up play from Marshall to do that.
So second down coming up, 10 yards to go from the 30. And quick one. Here goes Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, he dropped it. He looked upfield a moment too soon.
He looked up too soon. We've all been there. We've thought, we've got this, and then you look up and all of a sudden you don't got this. Also, Donnie Saunders, again, coming off that edge. He's going to cause troubles there, and we've already seen him deflect one on the way to a reception to Damon Smith. So, like, he is causing some troubles on that edge of the line. Like, Will Thompson's got his work cut out trying to keep Donnie Saunders out of that backfield.
Wow. I'm just going to bring up third down. 10 yards to go from the 30. Back to throw. Here we go. Let's see what. There's Saunders again. Saunders is going to get the sack. I think there was a flag for holding. We will check that one.
And Thompson couldn't have done anything. He got around the edge, and then Thompson was turned. But he didn't know that Phillips had moved even further deep in the pocket. He thought he'd done a good job pushing him out of the play, and he actually pushed him right into the play. So then I think he just got a sneaky grab. You could be forgiven for doing that.
I think you're absolutely right. It had to be holding.
They're just declining the penalty, I think.
You have to. It's fourth down.
Yeah.
So Matty C, as you said, fourth down coming up. You still would have got the same yardage, just the extra down. So it's 4th and 20. So I like to say the good old meat pie type of down and distance, right?
Only in Australian football, mate. Oh, I like that. Let's remember to use that one more often, mate. It makes the heart grow fonder because it's been such a long time.
Couple of years, Matty C. It's been a while.
As long as Grant Clark's been in the end zone.
And this one is going end over end. Here goes Nels. Oh, he lets it go. And a good punt again from Doug Dale, Matty C. It's causing some trouble for that punt coverage team.
Yeah, and this drive is now going to start for the 26-yard line, and they've got to stop this Centurions team now. They've had 2 big plays, but the problem is, you can keep everything in front of you, but sometimes they just find their way to move it.
Yeah, and really, we've seen the tide of the rivalry between these two teams turn, Matty C. And usually we're used to the Centurions coming back. That's how it was like the first couple of years of commentating. Yeah. And now it's more the other way, you would say, the Centurions get out to good lead and the Wolves have to try and come back. Yeah. So it's really turned on its head the last couple of years, you could say.
No, you'd say so. I think what we got used to was the Wolves jumping out to leads and the Centurions with patience and experience tracking them down. But the problem is Wolves have got experience now.
Here it is. Kennett to the left side. He's going to try and get there. He will get about 8. That's a good run there from Bo Kennett.
Yeah, and really nice
contact.
Calling
for flags. Whoa. There's some pushing them.
Yeah, no, I think really good contact from Reece Cheetah, who just made high contact, good contact, pulled him to the ground, and they tumbled over the sideline. There's nothing in it, but good effort from Kennett to go and get 8 yards.
Let's bring up second down, Matty C. 2 yards to go. No flags on that one. Yeah, it's very interesting, you could say, Matty C. Both coaches, I think, probably agree, letting the players play it out, but really, we spoke to both coaches. They really wanted the officials to let it play out, but we've seen a few flags here and there, and I think the officials called that one right. 2nd and 2 coming up. They've got a lot right today as well, the officials, shall I say. Stewart goes in motion. Rain Nang follows him. As here is the run. Good run by Mujali. Left side again. Yes. It's going to be down to the 45.
Yeah, just patient. That's going to be a 10-yard gain for Mujali. And he helps drag them over 50 yards rushing for this offense today. They've also got 150 yards passing. So it doesn't seem like it. But this offense is the 2 big bang plays have contributed 140-odd yards to their offense. And then they've just been chipping away outside of that.
So here it is. 1st and 10 on the 45. Got to get to the other 45, Matty C. And
there you go.
Here it is. 2 receivers either side. Siemka, the touchdown scorer on the last drive, moving in motion. They're going to hand it off. Mujali again. The patience, just like another 26. Le'Veon Bell. And then the push from the O-line won't be enough to counteract the D-line's push.
No, nice one. Majali, he's had that 23-yard gain that was all but pretty much wiped out by a couple of penalties immediately afterwards. And since you include that, like he made the yards. We've got a timeout to the Centurions. But then he's since then had a 10-yard carry and then another few carries for about 7 yards. So he's right up around 40 yards from 5 carries. That's 8 yards a tick.
So 2nd and 5, ball at midfield. Got to get to the 45 to convert. Matty C, the Centurions, their offense getting clicking today. And I think I was a bit critical of them a couple weeks ago. I didn't think their offense really clicked. No. I think today I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. Don't want to curse. Don't want to do the commentators curse. But
last time we saw them, Henneke started the game as quarterback, and then Kennett came in at halftime. They did the old switcheroozy. So, it's difficult to get a roll on when you're doing that. But, I mean, this time around you can see Kennett. I think he's had the benefit of being back under centre all week last week. And, again, a slightly uneven game, but he's looking much sharper. He's 4 of 7 attempts out there, and he's gone and thrown 2 touchdowns plus 150 yards of offense. So, he hasn't had to do a heap because a lot of this has been after contact, but he's also rushing the ball. He's gone and got a couple of rushes out there. He's gained more than 10 yards of offense from the rushing, so he's just saying, don't forget about me.
And Stewart goes in motion, and they're going to go with the run. The keeper from Kennett, he drives his way for 7 yards in the first down.
Yeah, beautifully done. And this is just the patience and experience again, right? So he's now 3 carries for 18 yards. If he can get you 6 yards every time he chooses to run it, you're going to win this game.
1st and 10 coming up, so 6-yard gain there. As you said, Matty C, ball at the 44. Drive is really going well.
Yeah, it is. This drive started on their own 26, so now that means that they've moved the ball 30 yards. They're just doing it in little bits at a time here. Looking good.
So Kennett, he's got Jackson in the backfield with him. Handoff, here he goes. Big Mango Jackson, oh boy, what a hit. Over the top. Great job by Reece Cheetah, who's having a game today.
And good first contact by Noble, who recognised very early and came up and made good contact. He restricted that to about a 1-yard gain for Mango Jackson. So just really nice first contact from Noble and finished up, as you'd expect your teammate to do, and especially as you'd expect a veteran like Reece Cheetah to do.
So 2nd and 9 coming up. Gonna bring on Jackson Nelms here, Matty C.
Yeah, they've got him on as a receiver, so not his usual game, but we've also seen Tyler McShane out there as a receiver, and he's going to be down on this near side, on the narrow side of the field, next to James Henneke in the gold helmet. Siemka and Stewart at the top end of the screen.
Awaits the snap. Very loud around the ground here. Kennett, deep ball, flags come flying in, definite contact on Siemka.
Yeah, and inadvertent, I don't think Nang meant to take him down, but it was enough contact and deliberate enough that you just have to call the play. It affected the opportunity for the receiver to be involved in the play, and it occupied space the receiver was entitled to have. So you've got to give it to him. The most penalty yardage you can get from a pass interference by our rule book is 15 yards. In the NFL, you'll see them give the penalty at the spot that it occurred. Here, it's maximum 15 yards.
Yep, and that's probably around where they would have got the contact anyway, about 15 yards downfield. So, ball placed right now, Matty C, at the 29, so they got that 15.
There you go. So here we go. They're on their way in, right? We're 21, 22 yards over halfway. 24 yards to get to halfway. So the drive is motoring along. They're almost 50 yards on this drive.
So here's Kennett. He's got Mujali in the backfield. 2 receivers either side. Let's see what he can do. Back to throw. Looking. Throwing for Siemka. Oh, he's almost got it. He turned his head just a moment too early, I feel like, Matty C.
He had that difficult position, right? As you're getting along there, you know roughly where the sideline is, and you've got the job of concentrating on that ball coming in, and you know you're going to have to change your gaze to immediately see where you are on the field so you can make that turn and move the momentum of the ball with you. So it's a very technical move to make.
Yeah.
Siemka very good with that sort of thing, and just it's difficult, though. That's the thing. It's difficult.
This could be his breakout game for the season, we shall say, Matty C. Having a good one today. 2nd and 10 coming on.
He's looking great.
And here's Henneke. He's also it's picked off. It is intercepted. Both teams have their hands on the football, and they give it to the Wolves. Oh, my goodness,
I'm
what a play.
watching for the signal. I'm watching for there it is. Here it comes.
It is. It's there. Oh, what a play. What a play from the corner. It is the new Tom Wills, Matty C. We've seen him come into this team. What a play by him to really stop what was a promising drive.
It really was a promising drive, and now Tom Wills comes in and takes that ball away. He just says, I want it more than you, and it was so impressive to see him wrestle that ball out. What's rather funny about this too is then you've got Jason Ray on the sideline giving some of his defensive players a bit of a coaching lesson too. So it goes to show the level of excellence that he demands. Is even when a great play happens, he's still willing to coach a player.
First down, 10 yards to go, Matty C. 2 receivers either side. Phillips, quick one to Dugdale, one-handed catch, and he is going to get about 6 or 7 yards, you'd say.
Yeah, you'd say they start this drive out on their own 34-yard line. So 5 yards on that pick and intercept return before that play was brought down. And nice hands from Dugdale. He goes and adds 6 more yards with just some nice deft touch. Oh, 7 more yards, in fact. Just gentle hands. You need a very soft hand when taking that one-handed catch.
So 7-yard gain, as you said, Matty C, by Dugdale. Going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Pete Ryan used to throw me balls like that to practice my one-handed stuff. He was fantastic. He just put just enough zip on it, just enough float on it. He's in earshot, so I'm giving it to him.
Is Christie with the run. Right side, he's going. No one's catching him. Goodbye. Touchdown. Jake Christie. Flag is down. Flag is down. Hold on for the moment.
Whoa. Okay. Timeout. 59 yards on the run, but we've got a flag on the far side of the field right near the line to gain. Will this play stand, Manjot? That's a dangerous area to be getting the flag.
Holding on the offense is going to take this one back.
Because does he get the 59-yard touchdown without a hold? That's just the thing. You got to bring it back.
Yeah, and it was Saunders getting held, I think, by Mattress. I think that's what they called.
And look, this is the thing, right? Does he spring that yardage if there isn't a penalty? We don't know. It's hard to know.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 they're going to make it. I think 1st and 10, they'll bring it back, Matty C. Give him the first down.
No, they're not getting in the first down.
Oh, second.
They should. They should have gotten in the first down.
Maybe.
Because it was across the marker, and now they've moved it back 10. They should have got the first down.
Yeah, I think
2nd and 9 anyway. They're going to run with that.
Yeah, maybe the down judge might be missing it or something. Mattress goes in motion, though. Going to see quick ball, pump fake. Smith with a catch on the second grab, and he'll get the first down anyway. No flag.
Good. I think that's kind of a bit of natural justice. That doesn't matter if the down judge had the card wrong or if the referees called that wrong. Now we've got the first down. It's going to be first down. And it's good to see Damon Smith with his 5th reception, and this one he actually goes out and gets to about 13 yards on. It's just nice to see him get the catch in the line of scrimmage and turn it into something. They've done a good job of keeping him kind of under wraps today. This one, he breaks it out.
So here it is, 1st and 10 coming up from the 47. Got to get to the opposing 43 for the first down.
A strange receiving line too. 5 for 18 for Damon Smith.
Back to throw. Phillips, pump fakes, looking Mattress's way. Incomplete. Boy, Ben Wells floating there. Imagine Mattress though for that. That would be very, very violent contact.
Did you see what Mattress did there too? As that ball was going, he's like, I might be able to get there, but I'm just going to have a quick sneak peek at Ben Wells coming across. And he very quickly decided, I'm probably not going to catch up to that. So I think, yeah, as you say, there was a bit of just being measured about the contact.
So 2nd and 10. See what the Wolves can do. 2 receivers either side for Phillips. Going back to throw, looking. He's going to take
Straight
off
run.
now. He's got some blocking in front of him, but he's not going to get past the great tackle made there by Clark.
Yeah, we're giving him 3 yards on that one. He's going to get it out to just sort of a nose past the halfway. I think I'm seeing the 2-minute signal here.
Warning.
And in a 13-6 game, you've got possession and you're moving the ball. You've got 8 first downs on the day. Be feeling like you should want to use this whole clock, knowing that you're getting the ball kicked to you to start the second half matchup.
Yeah, I think so. You definitely don't want to give the Centurions dangerous
Oh, sorry, you're
offense.
kicking the ball off in the second half. I apologise.
Yes.
Nick Mattress returned the first kickoff. You are kicking it off. I just had the Centurions had the first drive, and I forgot about the fumble.
Yes, no double dip. Says go to Mattress on cue, Matty C. gets the catch.
First down.
Boy, he got tangled up at the end. McShane with the tackle. I think McShane just landed on Mattress's leg, and it was not the hip drop type of tackle. It was a perfectly clean one as well.
No, he's okay. He's okay.
It's a tough guy, Nick Mattress. Timeout anyway for the Wolves. They got one left, Matty C.
Yeah, and I think at this point too, you're going to give them the first down here, right? So you've got a 1st and 10. You're in the opponent half now. You're a 43-yard line going in.
Yeah.
You want to send out 2 plays here. You want to send out 2 plays, and you want to send them out so you can, if you complete the first one, you can get to the line quickly and call the second one straight away. Or at least so that when you get back to the huddle, you can make that call pretty quickly. But you'd want everybody to be on the same page with 2 plays here just for the time element.
Yeah, and first down 10 coming up from the 43. It's a huge drive, Matty C, as we like to say. They're going to kick the ball off in the second half. They need to take advantage and score right now.
Yeah. And this is going to be tough. Trying to remember 2 plays from the huddle. If you've ever heard a football play get called, oh my gosh, good luck. It's like a grocery list of just nonsense words.
Mattress goes in motion, so it's going to leave Smith one-on-one at the top of the screen. Phillips looks that way. Just going to make sure that goes through. Quick swing here. Goes to Christie. And in space, can they get him down the left side? Oh, what a hit! Wells again, but boy, what a run. From
20 yards.
The 43 to the 23.
Yeah, 20 yards on that run and just a beautiful piece of contact. Both men, I love when you see this. You can see it coming from a while off. They both broke down and were ready for the contact. And it was like watching an immovable force hit an immovable, the irresistible force, and the immovable object. It was beautiful. Oh, yeah, you just watched the replay. Wow. I heard that sound. You just watched the replay. I know.
I did. I had to rewind it to that moment, Matty C.
Oh, my gosh.
First down and 10 coming up.
From the 24, 19 yards.
So give him 19 on that one. Take him off the field for this play.
Fair enough. Hit like that would have put me in the next week.
Here it is, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here he is. Phillips, Mattress! Incomplete. McShane broke up the pass. And that's going to bring up second down. Flag down at the line of scrimmage. Hold on.
Yeah, but nice defensive play. Like, McShane got behind, and as soon as I saw that ball up, I go, oh, got him. But the throw was just undercooked, and it meant that Mattress had to come back for it. A great time for McShane, who's got great closing speed, to get the paw up there and knock it away. He was definitely done for speed. Mattress can outrun everybody.
Yeah. I think there was a hold, Matty C, potentially. And
they're over there having a good zebra chat, aren't they? It's nice seeing the zebras chat.
I'm looking at the replay as well. I think it was Donnie Saunders causing all the problems again for that offensive line.
Oh, my gosh. He's been off that edge so fast. He's off this near side, chasing Phillips to the far side. But, yes, penalty is going to be against the offense in there. They're marching him back.
1st and 20. A long way to go now. Time's not.
I think they're going to continue to attack the same way, mate. I really do. I think they're going to try and get these guys to cross through the middle of the field and see who springs open.
1st and 20. Hand off. Here goes Christie. Breaking through the tackle. And wow, what a run. He gets about 10 yards. So he gets back to the original line. They have to keep the ball moving. Timeout maybe as well.
Yep, just seeing where the timeout is. It is for the Wolves.
And I believe
that's their last one. Yeah. And I don't mind that call. Take it now. You're getting close enough that you're going to go for the touchdown, right? You're not settling for a field goal. You don't have Sean Tokley here, so we already know the plays that you have to get it into the end zone. And it's the opportunity to actually take a lead, too, because you're not kicking the field goal extra point either. So it's a 7-point game. It's either going to be 6 or 8, right?
Yeah, wow, what a game we've had, Matty C, so far. In this half, it's been incredible. Wow.
Well, give me your thoughts about it. I mean, this game is super close. Centurions lead it, though. Do you think that's the right outcome so far from what we've seen?
I think so. I think the Wolves have made too many mistakes, to be honest, Matty, and that's something that's going to be emphasized by Jason Ray going into halftime. Is at his halftime address, he'll tell them to take care of the ball.
It's super uncharacteristic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, have you seen, even Christie was fumbling a couple of times. I know that he didn't lose one, but that as well. Mattress on the opening kickoff, of course. Ball security is big in this game. 2nd and 11.
I think it's going to be super important. These small plays, like conversions, are going to matter at the end.
Hand off. Oh, Batchelor! Wow, he He just took down a man. Absolutely monster Thompson. Unbelievable tackle by Jamal Batchelor. Third down and long.
I'd like to report a murder. Oh, my God. Get the police down here. That's a murder.
Whoa. Third and 16. Phillips. Deep ball. Marshall. Almost intercepted by Wells. Fourth down. And you've got to think a Hail Mary pass into the end zone to end the half is surely what's coming now.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, can we go back to that hit from Jamal Batchelor? Can we talk about that? Because I feel like I'm going to need some sort of support group to help me through that. That was a violent hit, and just Thompson had nowhere to go. Unbelievable.
Wow, I just watched that back.
He didn't even have time to do a celebration. You know, he used to do the Archer celebration, or often he'll do one. He just had no time for that.
Yeah. I don't know. We called him out on not doing one a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did
He
he do
apologised
any
about
last
that.
week? I didn't catch it.
No, he wasn't suited last week, so he
Okay.
escaped judgment.
Here it is. Phillips.
He can
Fourth
see Smith.
down.
He's going for it.
Quick one. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Halftime, I believe.
That's going to be it.
No. The defense is coming out.
That's going to be it for that drive. It stops right now. They came from their own 34, and they're going to get stopped on the 24-yard line going in.
So Centurions offense coming out here. They made a couple of deep touchdown plays, Matty C. It is not over for the Wolves. They've got to hang on now.
Unbelievable. So, and you think there's not a heap of time, right? We know it's well inside 2 minutes. We've seen a lot of plays. We've seen clocks keep moving. We're well inside this last minute. So, you want to just keep everything in front of you, right? That's all I would want to do. And I don't want to call anything risky if I'm Centurions here, because the last thing I want to do is turn the ball over here.
Going to go back to throw.
Yep.
Here we go. Just going to run it. Now here it is, left side. He's going to get out of bounds.
That'll do.
Stop the clock, and I think he's in good range, Matty C. 2nd and 2, but the clock being stopped. I think they're in good range to have a long touchdown play.
I mean, that's how they've got all their points, right? We've seen a 52-yard bomb, and we've seen an 89-yard bomb. They don't get much longer than that, by the way. There's only 99 yards of field you can play with. So they haven't been doing the kill you with 1,000 paper cuts that we've seen sometimes, where they just pound it through the middle, little chunk yardage of 5 and 6 yards of play. They haven't done that. They've had the big plays have been where they've got their points from. And I think once you've done that once, shame on the defense for not picking that up. Once you've done that twice, oh my gosh, there is no way there's going to be a third one.
So 2nd down, 4 coming up. Stewart goes in motion, rolling right. Kenneth
job.
fakes. Quick one. CM got all incomplete. Just a little too far. He's about to step off, Matty C.
And very smart from CM, because he could see that the first read was going to be this little dump off here if the long one wasn't on, right? And Siemke did a great job adjusting his route to fall into the space that had been cleared out from the long pass to try and give Kennett an extra option. Just a very savvy little veteran play. It doesn't come off, but it's the cleverness. This is, again, the cleverness of touchdown Jesus.
3rd down and 4, Matty C. Oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting. I think they might. I don't know if they're giving up on this. They still have a couple timeouts from my calculations as well. So there's definitely time. They can definitely do something. And they're going to hand it off instead. They're going to just play it safe and get it to halftime. And that's just Mujali losing a yard. 4th down, Matty C.
Yeah, and I mean, do we even get to the punt here? They might not even do
halftime.
that. So there you go. That'll do it. But, mate, the last 2 complete passes we saw from Bo Kennett were both long touchdown passes. That is the total of the Centurions scoring. And then for the Wolves, I mean, gosh, they're not without their own sensational plays as well, with that Dugdale catch down the sideline. To me, that's been 3 incredibly fun plays to watch. All of them, to me, unrepeatable.
Yeah, it's going to be timeout on the field, Matty C. Whoa. I got to bring this back to the 2nd quarter. 4th and 5. There's a timeout on the field. So I think the Centurions took one. It had to be.
Yeah, I mean, it must be the last play then, because it looked to me like they were about to put the ball in the air. So
wow.
I jumped the gun. Let's just say that.
I
jumped the gun.
I thought so too, yeah. Matty C. And yeah, they're going to snap one here.
Okay.
Kenneth is there. Here's the punter too. You're obviously not going to kick it away if you're going for this. Maybe get 5 yards. Who knows? Now hard counts. They're pretty hard to do.
Here we go.
I think they're trying to get them to jump, Matty C. They're trying to get them to jump.
You reckon?
They're trying
So
to get
I've
the
stood
jump.
up and I've now walked to the very edge.
Oh,
I
they
wanna see.
did! They got him to jump.
No, there's no flag.
Kennett
There's
looking,
no flag.
looking.
He's
Henneke
out.
with the catch. With the catch, and he got it at midfield.
Yeah, they're giving it to him.
Timeout on the Centurions, I think.
So there is a discussion in here because the line judge says he's in, but the back judge says he's pretty sure he's out. And Henneke's pointing to the ground going, you can see where my toe was.
I'm going to have to look at the replay myself.
And Kennett's come over to say, come on, man. My quarterback would have done that too, come over to support my case.
Yes, Matty C. I'm going to re-watch it for you, Matty C.
Henneke's just given the ref a
Timeout
signal to say,
Centurions. It is a first down.
it's going to be a first down. There you go.
Yeah, his foot. I think his foot and
he
maybe
dragged it.
his leg as well.
I think he dragged it. And Wolves coach is fuming.
Of course.
It's like, mate, you got to be kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they got them
Well, there
to
we go.
jump, honestly. Yeah, I saw the middle of the defensive line jump, but no flag was called. So, yeah, must have just snuck that foot in as well. So, first down, Matty C.
Wow. So that's it, including the 2 touchdowns. That's the 6th first down of the half now. They start to get back into the fight of this game in terms of just the time on possession and moving the ball.
Got to think that was their last time out as well. So, you got to think they're just going for deep shot. Kennett to Henneke or Kennett to Siemka. Sideline getting louder for the Wolves. Going Henneke's way. Oh, miscommunication. That could have been costly with Wolves lurking there, Matty C.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often I'd want to go up against that matchup. I mean, I like going up against it with Henneke, but I mean, gosh, Wills has been really good today, and Mattress is playing over the top. They're playing 2 deep safeties now, just trying to keep things in front of them. Noble with all of his experience and then Mattress with all of his speed. It's a smart bet to do that, but whew, I mean, we've already seen Wills pick someone's pocket today.
3 receivers left. Henneke one-on-one with Wills at the bottom of the screen. They've both been winning that matchup, one apiece, you could say, as Matty said. Back to throw, Kennett, deep drop, looking, deep ball, incomplete, looking for Stewart. Mattress caught it on the bounce, 3rd down and 10. You have to think if you're the Wolves, you have to hold them out right now.
Yeah.
If you're the Centurions, you'd love to get a double score.
Well, and you kind of think a first down now doesn't matter so much because, you know, even if you give up a first down, it's going to be about a 50-yard kick if they want to try and score points. So they really have to just score the touchdown. That's going to be it. These passes that don't get them quite there probably aren't going to do it.
Got Majali in the backfield, Stewart and Henneke at the bottom of the screen. Got McShane and Siemka at the top of the screen. Bo Kennett, 3rd and 10. Snap for Mundine. Wolves sideline, increasing in noise. Handoff Majali. Majali's breaking through the middle. Does he get out of bounds? He does. He does enough. And he gets the first down. I think that's it for the half, Matty C. Whistles came through. Might have been some blocking. And that's halftime.
Yeah, what a great finish to the half. A nice run from Majali. He's got 50 yards rushing today, and he's looking great. We get to half-time now. It's 13-6. It's been a more exciting way to get to half-time than we thought it was going to be. After the last change of possession, we thought it was going to be a little quieter. But how about that? And a nice way to just rack up some yards, get a couple of first downs on the way back in. That last play of first down means they've got to 7 first downs in the half. The Wolves had 8, and we've got a 13-6 game.
And that, Matty C, was a great half of football. 3 long touchdowns. That's what we love to see, of course, as offensive guys. And wow, a close one. Centurions will get the ball to start the half. Look, Matty C, I think, you know, we haven't had a break all day. I think we'll just cut straight to halftime.
Yeah.
Do you have any stats for us beforehand?
Look, and weirdly, Kennett hasn't completed a pass since those 2 touchdown passes in a row, but he's still got 4 for 152, but from now 11 attempts. So his completion percentage has gone down pretty harsh. But on the other side of it, Matty Phillips has completed 11 of his 14. So there's a lot more just taking what's in front of him, not going for the great big shots. The running games, both sides have been pretty solid. We'll get some numbers for that really nailed down by the start of the second half. But, mate, for undefeated teams, this has been a spectacle.
Yeah, and what a game we have here. Both teams trying to avoid their first loss of the season, as you said, Matty C. Both trying to remain undefeated.
Winner here has a big inside lane to #1 spot by the end of the season. And that is so important because it buys you a ticket straight to the grand final. We're going to see how this plays out, man. Act 2's coming up.
Cannot wait. We'll see you guys after halftime.
Were these charged between games? Thank you so much. An elderly man, hey? That'll do it. But fun to fidget with, isn't it? This is the scoreboard. You get 3 or if you're close enough to post, like you run out of tackles in the last tackle, the fourth one, you can just send a kicker out and put the ball through the post for 3 points. Until that field goal. It's not like in Major League where a field goal could be like out of him, rushing the green, kick it out, just bounce it back up. It's broken play. Or where you get a set up kick and get through off the penalty. In this one, it's a set play. And they're rare. We've had 2 balls. You see them after a touchdown, and after teams are like this guy. This team actually have an extremely good kick at this.
All right, we are back for the second half. And here, with the ball on the tee, Jack Dugdale. Matty C, what have you seen so far this half?
Mate, that first half, I really expected that the Wolves were going to move their way down and get themselves into a scoring spot toward the end of that half, and it just kind of sputtered and stalled a bit. And I mean, a lot of credit to the Centurions because their defense has been fantastic. So we'll see if that can continue. But mate, for the Centurions, it was good to see them getting some things clicking at the end of the first half.
And here is Nelms. Nelms is going to return that all the way to the 37. So 1st and 10 coming up. And Matty C, as you have pointed out, the Centurions getting the kickoff. Very important right now for the Wolves to get a stop.
Yeah, it really is because, you know, you're already in a hole on the scoreboard, right? You're down by 7 points. You don't have your kicker, so you know that it's either going to be 6 or 8 if you do score, and you can't guarantee the 8. You can definitely, when you get the touchdown, you get the touchdown. But I think it's going to be super important for them to get the stop early and try and get their offense to move.
Oh, they got Fallon. He did not come off the field.
Yes. No, they got him there. They had too many men on the field, and as soon as they saw Fallon running, they snapped that ball. They'll get a bonus 5 yards.
It's be 1st and 5 after the penalty. Timeout, Wolves. Oh, wow, Matty C. So,
they gave Jason the timeout.
wow, and that, Matty C, on the first play of the half, that is what you could say is a killer, Matty C, to use your timeout immediately on the half.
Yeah, it's not ideal, right? So you'd hope that that's just kind of the one miscommunication. You can look past it and move forward.
Yeah, and timeouts being so important at the end of a close game. We saw that in the last game as well, how important timeouts were at the end. Especially with the Stars, they had to use a timeout.
I expect this to be close like that, right?
Yeah. 1st and 10. Ball at the 37. There's Mango Jackson in the backfield. You guys told you in the first half he had to change his helmet. So going from the white helmet to the black helmet. It's going 2 receivers at the top, 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Siemka moving around the formation. And here is Jackson for no gain.
Yeah.
A great tackle up the middle. Great play by the defensive line. Once again, Matty C, they're getting good stops on the run game.
Plugged it up, right? Mango Jackson's shown that he's got patience and he can gain some yards. But today, he's had 3 carries at halftime for only 2 yards. And his first carry straight after gets him just 1 more yard. So it's been pretty slim pickings for him. It's been Majali. He's been great. 7 for 50 yards. Looking great out there. So we'll just be interested to see if they can spring Mango a bit of room too.
As Stewart goes in motion, Noble will be following him, so it looks like man coverage on this play. Handoff anyway to Jackson. Oh, he broke through 2, gets through Phillips and gets the first down.
There we have it. That's exactly what we were talking about. If they can just bring him some room, and it was a great job of moving the offense, the receiver to the far side of the field. It just opened some room on the near side of the field for Jackson to run into, where all of a sudden there was no defender.
So let's just see what's going on.
First down there. It's the 8th first down of the day, so now they've drawn level on first downs with the Wolves after the Wolves had that one drive with all those first downs early in the game. It looked like they were in control.
So 1st and 10 coming up here. Ball at the 49. Mujali joins him in the backfield now, so Kennett's going to hand it to him. And that one's going to get stopped by Sturt. Great effort by Sturt, Matty.
Lovely, and no gain at all. No gain at all. Majali did a great job getting ahead of steam up, going sideways, and as soon as he put the foot in the dirt and turned north, there was a body there, brought him down. And no damage for the Wolves after giving up that first down on the previous play. And what you're looking for here is a little bit more stoutness. And then an odd change here. You've got McShane as the wide receiver on the nearest end here.
Yes.
And he's been guarded by Matt Phillips, quarterback.
Oh my goodness, ball goes past Kennett and taken down by Rain Nang. In the end, he had to dive on the football, but you can give credit to Rain Nang as well.
For chasing that down. They're going to lose 15 yards on that one. So that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. You go from 2nd and 10, which is manageable, 3rd and 25. Against this defense, that's a death sentence, mate.
They have to bring Sam Bond off the field, bring in Nick Mattress at safety, so they're going more of a nickel formation here in terms of
keep it in front of you.
Defensive players. As here goes Henneke, and Henneke, the right side is opening up for him, and he gets close to
I think he pretty much got the penalty yardage back. About 15.
Yeah, so after that wild snap, lost him 15
There you go. They're getting him
yards.
13 of it. So there you go. Not bad.
Yeah, 12, 13 yards on that, Matty C, as you said. 4th and 12.
Matty C says 13. I'm just
Yes,
going to be
13.
definite. If I'm going to be right or wrong, I'm going to be definite about it.
You're right about it.
Yeah.
You're right. I just can't count, Matty C. Because 12 plus 13 equals 25. So, it got confusing for me, Matty C, real fast.
And McShane is in as the long snapper now.
Yeah, he'd been playing receiver
There
all
we go.
day. I don't know if you caught it, Matty C, but when you had to step out, got Tyler on the mic for a little bit at the end of the first half of that game. He said he's going to play some receiver.
Yeah, there you go.
Drunko with a good spiraling punt. Mattress, of course, going to catch it. Oh, he fell down inside the 20. He was cutting up field. Oh, Matty C, it's been a tough game from Nick Mattress.
That's just brutal. Absolutely brutal. He's had some nice and wonderful things happen to him. He's had some shocking things happen to him, and it's been very little in the middle. Just unfortunate there because he had some field to run into, and he gets about 3 yards on that return.
He had at least 15 yards, I reckon.
He had
would have
some
got to
space.
the 30, the 35, I reckon.
Yeah, he'll be. Oh, it's kind of
That's
one of those
tough.
days, doesn't it? Kind of feel like just the bounce of the ball's going a bit Centurions' way and a bit not so much the Wolves' way. Don't you feel?
They've got the stop here, Matty C. So momentum, as we talked about in that first game, very important. Could be changing after that stop. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff. Here goes Thompson. Oh, good
Nice
contact
contact.
again. Ball came out. Clark fell onto it. Big hit over the top
Yep.
by Wells.
Okay. Signal from the back judge is turnover. Whitecap judge.
I don't know if that was a
Hasn't confirmed
handoff
yet.
or handball.
There we go.
Yes, it was a turnover. Clark was on the spot. Wells with the hit. Boy, they met at the middle. It wasn't Wells, actually. Wells came in as the 3rd man. And it was Claude with the hit, Matty C.
So this is the second time they've turned the ball over inside Wolves territory. The first time, they couldn't make anything from it, but here they are now
They're still
inside
talking
the
about
20.
it. I don't know, Matty C. They pointed one way. Yes, they'll confirm their own call. I think it was the right one. They've been getting everything right today, Matty C. Full credit to the refs.
Yeah, man, Jot, they're doing a great job out there, and it beats here. Like, they kept the offense out there for a long time. They were pretty sure they were going to get the call that he was down. They did not, and now they're running the offense out there.
Yes, Chloe did the initial hit, and Clark came in over the top and ripped it out, Matty C.
Yeah, there you go, and we've got, there's a lot of emotion down here, and it's quite an intense feeling on this Gungahlin Wolves sideline.
Oh, Mango Jackson gets a fake, and then Kennett will go down inside goal-to-go range. Don't he get the first down?
I haven't seen the signal yet, but he looked it for me.
Is that Coach?
Second down and maybe one.
Yeah, Coach Lewis screaming, Matty C. He's very happy right now.
Yeah, if you get a score here, that puts a lot of urgency on the Wolves. And as the game goes on, it kind of makes the clock your 12th player if you're the Centurions, right? Kind of gives you an advantage. 2nd
and 1, Siemka goes in motion. Handoff, Jackson, Mango bounces outside. Touchdown, Centurions! Touchdown, Centurions! They're back on the board. It's 19-6. Mango Jackson, Matty C.
Funnest name in the AFACT right now, and his 3rd straight week with a touchdown. He'd had a bit of a tough start to the game, with the first half only having 2 rushing yards. In the second half, he's had 3 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. Looking good out there. Total of 6 for 21 and a touchdown now as we see this lead jump out. They're going to go for 2, though, try and put this thing out of reach.
Going for 2 now. With 2 receivers either side. Mango Jackson in the backfield, who scored that touchdown, just broke open for him. He's going to go with Kennett, runs forward, he's in, and they get the 2, 21-6. They've gone back-to-back, Matty C, with these scores. The Wolves, they closed the gap on the first one, but back-to-back here for the Centurions.
Well, and look at that. They've got themselves in the spot where they've brought this ball out from their own end, and they've then forced the fumble immediately after that punt and the turnover of possession, and they've made the best use of it. They came up with that ball right inside the 20, and they go and get that touchdown. I mean, this is exactly what Matt Lewis was hoping for, his defense to be stout and stand up, and they have done exactly that.
And I feel like, Matty C, a couple weeks ago when I was here, a bit critical of the Centurions, I said this was a must-win game for them. They had to probably beat the Wolves a couple times to be able to get that first place. And being first place is so important. That's what I did tell some of the Centurions after that game too, Matty C, and I think they've really responded to that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not taking credit, of course.
They know that this is a pseudo-playoff game in that respect too, because if you don't win this one, it is so hard because you rely on the Wolves losing another game somewhere else.
Oh, now's the tackle on Mattress. The ball at the 30.
Yeah, you rely on the Wolves losing game to someone else, plus you beating them the next time, just to draw level, not to overtake them. So this is a pseudo-playoff game, and they knew it coming in. You could feel it in the camp. I was over on their sideline before the game, and you could feel the excitement and the nervousness. You could really feel that.
Yep.
But these are squads that are not, inexperienced at the big game. They've met in the last 5 Capital Bowls, so we know that they know each other inside and out, and that they're now clubs with both a lot of experience.
First down, 10 yards to go, back to throw. Phillips floats it up to incomplete, intended for Thompson. Yes, Matty says, you said, a lot of history between these two teams. Men every Capital Bowl from 2021 to 2024, so 4 in a row. It's been the Centurions, they had good 4 championships in a row, including 2 against the Wolves, but the Wolves have won the last 2. It's been a great rivalry. The Centurions, Matty C, they've really stood up to the challenge today, up 21-6. Let's see if the Wolves can respond. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, well, and we know one of these teams is going to be in the grand final just because of how records sit now. It's extraordinarily difficult for whoever wins this game to not wind up in first place.
And the float for Wells and Mattress, and Wells with that pass breakup. He got himself in a good position to get a pick. Mattress disrupted it, you should say. playing a bit of defense and offense.
Yeah, and an excellent job. There was a bit of complaint from Wells that maybe Mattress has got his hands on his face guard. I also think Mattress could have made the same complaint back, so I like that it was a non-call there.
Yeah.
But you see, again, Mattress is doing this dangerous thing of where he's looking at the defender while the ball's in the air, and I get nervous about him doing that. I think you need to concentrate on making sure that you put yourself in the best position with the ball, because I feel like he lost position by doing that.
So Smith 1-on-1 at the top of the screen. 3 receivers at the bottom and dog down Mattress and Marshall. Rolling to his non-preferred side. Phillips has to flood it. Mattress on the sideline gets the catch. And there is a good one. And Wells got him, but a hat is down, Matty C.
Yeah,
I
a flag
think
and a
this
hat.
would be illegal touching a Mattress. I think he stepped out beforehand, because if you have that hat down, oh boy, there's a player down as well. There's a player down as well on the blitz, Matty C.
Yeah, it's Sean Haig who's down here, who's feeling a bit uncomfortable after the challenge on Matt Phillips. We've got the hat off. We've got the flag out. There's a fair bit to unpick here. Sorry, I just wanted to quickly go back to why would the referee throw their hat quickly, Manager?
I think it's illegal touching on the offense, because Mattress stepped out and then came back in and touched the football, which is illegal. So the hat goes out to indicate that he was out. The flag comes in for the illegal touching.
Yeah, there you go. So that is the explanation. We've got Sean Haig now getting help from the field. I was talking to him in pre-game too, and he's saying, mate, I feel like this stage of my career and at this stage of the season already too, feeling a bit beaten up, but I just tape it up and keep going. And he's looking pretty beat up. So we'll keep our eye on Sean Haig. And to provide you an update, the physio guys are working on him right now and getting him across to the tent where he's going to get the best of care. All of a sudden, this brings up third down.
No, fourth down.
Fourth down. For a second there, we thought we were going to have a first down right near halfway.
Yeah.
We're 20 yards back, and you've just got to punt this, right, Manager? There's no second option.
And fourth down, just to be clear with the illegal touching rule, it's a loss of down, Matty C. And bring it back.
That's why.
Yeah, so fourth down, 10. We're all over the rules, Matty C.
There you go.
We've been well trained by officials and that sort of thing in commentary. So another good one there for us to pick up, the illegal touching rule. Oh, that one's muffed by Nelms. Mattress almost got to it, but Nelms is going to keep going for it. Oh, did down low. Wow, Noble came through. There's flags flying in everywhere. Oh, no, there is a push and shove. And Claude, and there's going to be flags everywhere, Macy. Let me put that
We're
flag.
going to see some unsportsmanlikes. We're going to see some unnecessary roughness. We're going to see some blocking. We're going to see.
I was about to say, let me put that flag marker up on the scoreboard, Matty.
Yeah, you might need about 6 or 7 of them. I think there's a bit going on in that play. And I think the saddest image of it all is Nick Mattress slowly wandering his way over to the field, having missed that tackle before in that loose ball situation. Because if he'd made good contact on that, all of a sudden the whole thing's over in the 25-yard line.
Yes, Matty C, yes. Let's see how many flags we can count, Matty C. I don't know. There was a lot.
13, 14. We might need to round up.
It's like 4 or 5, 6 officials. They have 2 flags and hats. So maybe 13 might be right,
Might
Matty.
be close. We're around about there.
If they all... And I think Mattress, I'm just listening to the sideline here. Mattress very unhappy with the punt coverage there. They weren't running down the field enough.
Yeah, so I think he's gotten down there first, and as soon as he's missed the tackle, he was expecting to have a bit more support in the air area. There isn't, and this return comes back out to near halfway, and I think that's a frustrating point when you gun so fast down there, and you find that there's no one else
everywhere, by the way. Holding on the kicking team. After the play, unsportsmanlike is going to be on both teams. So everyone involved, I think I heard Will Clode's number and the lineman who was blocking him, they both got unsportsmanlikes, but the holding was on the lineman blocking him. Clear as day, Matty C, you could say.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to come out with first down. It's going to be the Centurions' ball, and they're going to get the benefit of the spot after the return.
So first and 10, Matty C, it's going to be something, a drive that could end the game, you could say, for the Centurions.
Yeah, it would make it tough, wouldn't it? You know, you're starting here on the 42-yard going in. It's one of their shortest drives for the day, but it'll be the third time they've set up in Gungahlin territory to start a drive today.
Siemka goes in motion. Handoff goes to Jackson. And Jackson is going to get taken down by Noble after a gain of about 1.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough yard, isn't it? Like, he knew he was going to make contact and he was going to have to really drive with his legs to get anywhere. Very different from last time he had the ball, where he managed to get himself into the end zone, popped out the other side, and he's looking at nothing but kangaroos on the far hill over there and 6 points. And then to this play, turn up, and you've got nothing but grey jerseys everywhere.
Second down, 9 yards to go, 2 receivers either side. So you got Nelms and McShane at the bottom of the screen. Couple defensive backs, shall I add. Got Stewart and Siemka at the top of the screen. So you got Jackson in the backfield. Kennett awaits the snap. Hand off to Jackson. And here he is, patiently going through the middle. He's going to bring up 3rd down. Don't know how much he got, maybe 4, Matty C?
Yeah, I reckon you're probably about right. Just keep my eye on Sean Haig down here in the tent too. They're just kind of working on his lower back. I think he may have just had some bad contact, uncomfortable contact, and just made it difficult for him to get moving again. So they're working on him, but with any luck, he'll be all right. We may even see him back later in the game. I'll just keep a bit of an eye on that and provide an update.
Yeah, I think that's 3rd and 6, Matty C.
Well, there you go. So again, about 3.
So, yep, 3rd and 6, gain of 3 there. 2 receivers either side. They're going to move Nelms in motion. And here goes Kennett. And Kennett, he runs for that 1st down. He gets brought down by a couple defenders in the end. But Matty C, he moves the chains.
Yeah, you could see he was going to get pretty close to that marker. And then once he put one last little step on there, you knew he was over. He does enough to get past the line again there. And that's just another 1st down for them. They're moving the ball all right here. They're looking pretty good.
So, 4th down.
No, they're going to mark him shorter. Okay.
4th down and 1.
Must have been closer to the sideline than I thought.
How many times have I said it today, Matty C? 4th and 1 is where the game is won.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a big one, right? Because if you can convert this into a 1st down, then you're on your way in for a score. But if you don't, then gosh, you've got to use the momentum if you're the Wolves.
Wolves have to get a stop. Centurions can kill more time. Wolves bringing blitz. And Kennett, he won't get back. It was Cheetah and Fallon. They combined to get the stop and keep themselves in the game. The Wolves get the turnover on downs. What a play from those two.
Wow, how about that? And Kennett, who's had that one where he had to chase the bad snap backwards, and you got to credit him for a negative 15-yard run on that, sadly. But he's then gone his next 2 runs are for 15 yards, and then he's met with that, and he loses 3 and possession on it. And now the Wolves have this wonderful thing called momentum. They just stopped that drive, enigmatic fashion. They've got the ball. They need to use it now. You need a couple of 1st downs. You can't have a 3 and out. You simply cannot have a 3 and out here.
Here it is. Matt Phillips, what can he do? Handoff this time. No, fakes it. And here goes Dugdale, who got their only touchdown. Oh my goodness, big contact between him and Nelms. Wow, what a play, Matty C, to get the 1st down.
Love that. A 13-yard gain to Dugdale on the day already. He is 4 for about 70 yards. He's looking pretty good out there. And, mate, look, when you get a guy with a frame like that into space, how do you go tackling a guy like that? Like, I mean, it's going to take 2 bits of contact to bring him down. So it was good that the Centurions were able to converge so quickly. But the damage was done. They're over halfway, and they're on their way in. 48 yards out on their way in now. That's exactly what they need to kickstart this drive.
And timeout on the field for Ben Wells, who got shaken up after that hit.
Yeah, he's down there stretching the calf. And he's trying to get back up on his feet, and he'll have a playoff now.
Yeah, he's a guy that's really struggled with injuries over the years, Matty C. But it's been good to see Wells in basically every game. He only missed a couple games, I think, for non-injury related reasons. Of course, players have a life outside of the game.
And last week he played barely over half the game, and he impacted the game so significantly with 2 intercepts and a fumble. So, I mean, even when he's not in full duty, he's so impactful.
Phillips back to throw. Pump fakes
Nice.
over the middle. Marshall double grabs, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, there you go. 1st downs on back-to-back plays. Dangerous with that double clutching catch, right? You need to make sure that you get that ball in on first contact, because if you double clutch it, and we saw this with the Dugdale 2-point attempt, you're just inviting opportunity for contact to take away your control. You have to bring that ball in straight away. Strong hands.
And I Don't know about this one, Matty C. It's a face mask on the Centurions, so tack on 15.
Yeah, I mean, and you already had 11 for the catch, so it's just kind of like a second injury. You're now giving them a whole extra first down and more worth of yardage. And this team, who you might have had on the rack if you could have scored or converted that first down, are now so in the game, and they've got the momentum. It is an ineffable thing. It is difficult to quantify, but momentum and grit are two things that are hard to quantify. I mean, one of them's got the momentum now. The other's going to need the grit.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Bit of cloud cover as well, so pretty good to block out that afternoon sun if you're going down this end zone. Quick pass, Mattress gets the catch, but Clark gets onto him immediately.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a gain of nothing at all, maybe a yard. So it's like you can't give Mattress any room, right? We know that. We've seen what he can do with a little bit of room. He scored the most amazing punt return touchdown the last time these two teams played with no room whatsoever. So, yeah, you got to bottle him up, and they did.
So very important here for the Wolves. Second down, they're just outside the red zone. They're at the 22, second and 10. Back to throw Phillips. Quick one. Here goes Damon Smith and Matty C. They finally got him a pass that wasn't right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I mean, I like to see this because he's done all his damage there, but it's not like they haven't given him longer shots. He now gets the ball down out at the 10-yard line, and it is going to be, it's 11-yard line maybe, but they're going to be first and not far from goal. No, they're going to give him the goal.
Goal. So first down.
First and goal.
Goal to go, as I like to say, Matty C. And
12 yards for Smith. His last two catches both combined for 25 yards. Before that, 4 for 5.
So here it is. First down. Handoff. Fake. Dugdale. He can't get past Combe. And Zadrunka comes in to finish the tackle.
Yeah, but I think they're going to give him about 2 yards on that one. And he just struggled and fought. And it's going to be that kind of level of effort. That's going to be the difference in this game, is that kind of level of effort as we get close here. Because don't you feel like there's almost like an inevitability that if they continue to do this chipping away, they're just going to score, and that they've taken the momentum that the Centurions just gave them.
Exactly, Matty C. And very important for both teams, as I've been saying, really to try and get something going. So second down coming up. I think that's Lionel Dorje in the backfield, Matty C. Second down coming up. Oh, Batchelor!
Yeah, I think he touched.
Floating around. And it's going to be on the offense. False start on the offense.
Yeah, there we go. There's a little twitch on the offense which drags Batchelor across.
So second and goal from the 15. Yep, so that is Lionel Dorje there, Matty C, in the backfield. Just had to catch that number for the viewers at home. Comes from New Caledonia. So
we call him the Lion. I love that. He just answers to Lion. Isn't that a cool nickname?
Exactly, Matty C. I love it. Love it. So
I actually had to ask him what his name was because I'd only ever heard him call him Lion.
Second and goal coming up here from the 14. Phillips. Quick ball. Incomplete, looking for Smith. It's going to be third and goal. Nope, it's not even going to count, Matty C. It's going to be another
we got a false start. Yeah. And Smith, I think it's a pity there because he had good position. He could see the ball, but he kind of got his feet a bit tangled up and he just couldn't give himself any depth as the ball was sort of, he turned to face the sideline, so it was coming over his outside, his back shoulder. But then if the ball's further upfield than you've kind of got no way to readjust. So I just kind of felt bad for him because he could see it the whole way and he could do nothing about it.
So second down, Matty, and long coming up. Goal to go range as well. It's second and 19. So second and goal from the 19. Charlie, be more specific. And rolling left. Phillips looking, pointing to the end zone, going for the run. He's going to get about half the yardage back. A good run, Matty C.
Yeah, they're going to spot him 10 or 9, I reckon. Just sort of looking at where the line judge is there. And he did a good job just kind of pointing out, okay, you go here. I'm going to take the yardage that you provide me. 11-yard line, and this is it. You've got to have a shot at the end zone, I think, here, don't you?
Yep, and that one's going to be about 11 yards away, Matty C. Just had to look at which side of the 10-yard line it was going to be spotted. So 2 shots to the end zone, as you said, Matty C, or maybe a shot to get them closer as well. Third down. Phillips rolls right. He's going to tuck it and run. And Phillips going 2-5. Wow. It was Nelms and Clark and Combe. They were all there to cover Matty C.
Well, he really had to work hard to get outside of Combe, but it meant his angle meant that he couldn't turn upfield. And Combe he's hurt something on the dive, and I think as he's leapt, he might have just kind of pulled something, might be calf, lower leg. And it was non-contact, he just lunged. But to do that, it took away Phillips's angle. So a really good play, but now he's looking pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, while he comes off, Ben Wells comes on, Matty C. Probably the best replacement you could ask for in this situation.
Mate, I wouldn't mind being able to just bring Nelms off the bench. I mean, that's kind of luxurious, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just getting Ben Wells, who was just shaken up with the calf issue we just saw a few moments ago, he's come back out. It was 4th down, and Combe, he's just coming off. So Wells, he's a very versatile defender, shall we say, Matty C. He can play linebacker and safety pretty well.
Yes, I'm just looking at this line. So from the top to the
time.
bottom of the screen, you've got Batchelor. Mango Jackson is out there on the defensive line, and then Wallace, and at the near end of the line is Saunders. And behind him, you've got Claude right in the middle.
See what they can do. 4th and goal again, where the game is won and lost. Phillips
Out of
under
time.
pressure from Saunders. Floats it up. Incomplete. Batted down. Flagged down. You'd assume it's been holding Matty C.
It is.
And that was a great play by Clark to bat that ball away. And that's a turnover on downs.
That's a turnover on downs, and it was always going to be holding because it was on the backside as you saw Phillips running to get away from the chase from Saunders, and he did a great job of trying to do what he could to give as much time as possible. He launches that ball towards the corner post there, and Smith didn't quite have as good a position as that defending corner. Well done, by the way, by the Centurions to blow that up. But, mate, this now for the Wolves, you've had that momentum. The momentum is gone now. You've got to put up a big defensive stand to stay in this game. If you give these guys a long drive or a lot of possession, it might just suck enough oxygen out of this game to get the Centurions home and take top spot on the ladder, have a real inside running to the #1 spot at the end of the year.
And bit of a
they
low
got him to
snap.
jump.
Quick ball. Deep. Oh, contact by Phillips. Intercepted by Wills. It's all going on. Every penalty flag could be out here, Matty C.
Okay.
And they're both going to go. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no,
So,
no, 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 no.
We've got the flag for jumping off sides. We've got the flag down at the spot
Sorry,
where the ball
Phillips is down. Oh, no.
landed.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and Phillips and our receiver here, Siemka, run into each other, right? And Phillips lands hard. Neither of them looking at each other, both looking at the ball. And then we see an intercept, and then that's the end of that play. So there's a lot happening here. Again, this is about the 4th play today. We've had about 3 things to unpick.
No, man. No, 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 no. I just really hope Matt Phillips is okay. No, man.
And he's up and running off.
He's good. I was worried, Matty C. Oh my god. That was I thought the worst for that. How long he was lying down on the field as well. Boy, he landed very hard on that arm. I think that was even the left arm, Matty C. And I don't even know. A lot going on. It's gonna be Centurion's first down. It was interference. Let's be real, and probably an offsides as well.
Yeah, so they declined the offside penalty, but they did accept the interference penalty against Phillips, and it's kind of, it's rough that the penalty's against him, and there he is lying dead on the ground afterwards, like absolutely still for such a long period of time. But he makes contact with the receiver before the ball gets there, even though he's making a play on the ball.
Yeah, 1st and 10 coming up here for the Centurions. Handoff, Majali bouncing around, and he's going to get taken down. A good tackle there, Jackson Reed.
No, just a nice tackle from. It's Tom Wills down here, and he's coming off.
Oh no!
He immediately said, "I need to come out."
Oh, and Mujali's down as well. Oh man, Matty C, this is not a great series
both men in
right
that
now.
tackle. Both men in that tackle. And we see Wills has run all the way into the locker room from down here. I've seen in the interim, Sean Hager's gone and returned to the far sideline. I haven't been able to spot whether he's got his pads on or off, but he's no longer with the medics and seems to be okay, which is good news. But I haven't seen whether he's got his pads still on the far sideline. So just trying to scan that far sideline to see his outcome.
Not 100% great, and also seeing returning from the medical tent is Phillips. He's shaking his head at us, Matty C.
That's Jack Marshall.
Oh, sorry, Marshall. He's shaking his head at us. Yes. Just trying to catch players with their helmets off. Phillips is out there. He's all good. Second down coming up.
Marshall's just getting his elbow taped up. So I think he might have just split the skin a bit.
I think it was on that catch as well he made where he just clutched it, double clutched it. So here's Kennett floating it up. Phillips again in contact. And Siemka that time caught him out. So
yeah. And we've got a couple of different flags, right? So there's a flag there, but there's also a flag closer to the line. So it'll be interesting to see what that one is.
Probably both saw the same thing, Matty C. It came out at the same time. Yeah, wow.
But they've been thrown for different spots. So that's kind of what I'm interested in.
Something I just found out with the scoreboard as well, Matty C, that we have. You can find out the foul types as well. So ineligible man, so Wolves pass interference. You also had an ineligible man. Yeah, that one's also on the Centurions as well. So both teams is going both ways. We're going to replay that down. Second.
There we go.
So, Matty, you're right. It was for a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's kind of felt like because the flag was thrown to a different spot, it looked like it was at the same time, but different referees looking at different things.
2nd and 4. Jackson in the backfield. 2 receivers either side. Centurions up 21-6. Quick pulling play here from the tackle, and Jackson, I think he lost his helmet, or someone did. It's going to be 3rd down. I think it was Jackson in the end who lost the helmet. It's 3rd and 3. He's probably going to have to come out for a play.
Yeah, nice block, and like getting outside by Lane Woods, just sort of getting up and moving and looking sprightly and getting around that edge. And then Jackson decides to come underneath him. He doesn't lose his helmet, so he's allowed to stay on for the play, but certainly took a good shot. Almost like he recoiled a little bit, but gains a couple of yards.
3rd and 2. This is, again, Matty C, these little downs and distances on 3rd and 4th down, very important. 2 receivers either side. Kennett awaits the snap. Defense chance for the Wolves. Pulling play again. Kennett, a long way to go. Take it down. Flag down, though, Matty C.
Just a great tackle. That's Jason Aramoana, who wears the number 6 with the pink gloves, and he just locked in and chased and got him down. Great play. Really, really nice intensity. But we have got man down. I think that's Charles Sturt.
Yeah, Sturt is down. It's
not blue helmet.
Not great, Matty C.
But this flag came in from the back judge, so I'll be interested to see what it is.
Phillips is down again. No.
Yeah, he's looking pretty uncomfortable still, isn't he?
Oh, his.
And then we've got Jack Dugdale down in the medical tent down here. So it's things happening all over the place for the Wolves.
Oh, Phillips is rolling around, Matty C. Oh, no. He's got, looks like a back issue, a hip issue.
Yeah, and getting a little bit of physio from the most unlikely of spots. The opposing wide receiver, James Henneke, comes out to dig the elbow into the back just to help try and loosen something up. You might sometimes see that as like maybe the opposition player coming in and just throwing an elbow in to try and make it worse. But I think those two are good mates.
That penalty was on the Centurions, was it? I think it was block in the back.
Yeah, they've marched 5 yards back for the block. They're going to punt it away here, and we've got Mattress back on his own 40-yard line. Kennett is the punter as well as the quarterback, but given where he's standing, we expect it to be punted.
So he's going to go roll out. Oh, does he tuck it and run? He's going for it. Diving. He didn't get it. I don't think so.
And that's a great tackle by Noble to get him over the sideline, close to that 30-yard line.
First down on the 28.
He got him outside with about a yard to go. He forced him to the sideline. So an excellent job by Andrew Noble when they were looking at a really long 4th and, about 7 or 8, and he's so far back to tuck and run like that. He must have seen something straight away.
Yeah, and Phillips, he's still out there, Matty C. I think he's going to tough it out for the rest of this game. No other real quarterbacks you could say at the moment for the Wolves. It's going to take a lot for them to make this comeback. I know they just got great field position, close to the red zone, but Matty C, They've got Dugdale out. Phillips is banged up. It's a long way to go from here. As here's Phillips. Quick ball. Great one there to Smith for the first down.
Yeah, beautiful. He's going to get about 13 yards, get out of bounds. It's his third catch in a row where he's caught for more than 10 yards on the play after his first 4 catches, where only went for about 5 yards. So starting to deploy him slightly differently and getting the connection.
I think that's the way you have to deploy him, Matty C. Can't just expect him to make catches and runs at the line of scrimmage. They're reading it well. So 1st and 10 coming up here, Matty C. They're driving at the 15. Back to throw Phillips. Oh, good catch there by Mattress to get that one there. I saw a hand go up from Saunders, I believe, Matty C.
Just trying to get his arm up, yeah. I reckon he's been told too that he's getting such good penetration as he comes down the corner, just throw your hand up in case, because he's already tipped one. There's been a couple where they've taken his own aggressiveness and used it against him by throwing right over his helmet. So I think maybe there's been a little bit of review from the Centurions sideline on that one. But we come to the end of the third quarter in an engaging contest. It's 21-6. The only score in the second half has been from the Centurions, and it was on that 9-yard Mango Jackson run, which was then embellished with a 2-yard rushing play from Bo Cannett to get the 2-point conversion over the line. Puts them up 21-6. And Manjot, the hill is there to climb. But, yeah, if the Wolves score here, I don't know that you can rule them out.
Yeah, Matty C. This is where it's really up to both teams, you shall say, for this to be a big fourth quarter. The Wolves, you got to say, they have to score on this drive to win, to be able to win this game.
Yep, I think you're right.
And they have to get a stop, and they have to get another touchdown. We've seen the Centurions do this before to the Wolves. We've seen the Wolves do this before as well, I believe. We've seen them in a couple times making big comebacks in the fourth quarter. Anything's possible. It's not over.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible, like Kevin Garnett said way back in the day for the NBA fans out there. It's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up. And the ball at the 10-yard line. Phillips gets the snap, handoff to Thompson. Felinetto in there, Saunders in there. And that will get a good stop. Close though, it'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, gain of about 2 yards on that one after the 6-yard catch from Mattress to end last quarter. Mattress has got 4 for 37 yards today, but Damon Smith has the unlikely receiving line of 7 for 43. That's a lot of short area stuff.
So 3rd and 2. We've seen one improbable 2-score comeback today. Will we see another one? Phillips back to throw, going his way off his receiver Smith. It's going to fall for 4th down. It's Marshall, actually. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, and it was just behind him. He had to lean back towards the line of scrimmage to catch it, where his momentum was taking him away from the line of scrimmage, and it was low. So just chances of pulling that one in very low. He did a good job to even get back near it.
4th down. 2 yards to go. They have to convert to stay in this one.
But you can get a 1st down without getting the touchdown. So that's also worth knowing. You don't have to go for it all.
Phillips rolls left. Mattress! Incomplete! Contact by Nels after the catch attempt. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
Mattress kneeling down in disappointment. Turnover.
Yeah. And rightly, right? Because, I mean, that little drive there, you need to get 28 yards. He got 21 of it, and he wasn't even going for the touchdown. He was just trying to chew off enough yardage to make sure he could get the 1st down, reload, and if Mattress could get the ball in, so be it. But don't risk it, and it just comes off his fingertips. So it was just one of those things where most other days I think you'd see Nick Mattress bring it in. But he's had a couple of those today where just for whatever it is, things are just not sticking the same way as they usually would for Nick Mattress.
And Matty C., game has been won on 4th down and lost on 4th down today, you could say. It's really swung in those 4th down plays.
Yeah, between that and I just kind of still wonder how much that missed conversion in the first quarter will go down for the Wolves.
Jackson gets a good run here, about 3 or 4 yards. Seeing a few of the linemen as well, very frustrated, Matty C, by just how this game has gone.
Yeah, but this is the right move by the Centurions now. Is you just continue to ground and pound. You don't feel frustrated because you got the lead,
Yes.
and you're in a position of comfort. But the frustration is coming from those Wolves side who they feel like they've been out there defensively so much of the day. I reckon they just feel like, and no matter what they do, they just can't get good purchase.
2nd and 6. Hand off, no fake. And here goes Kennett. Bo Kennett's going to get pushed back after gain of 2 or 3.
We reckon 2, I reckon. It's that far line judge. I just keep my eye on him.
3rd and 3, I think it is.
3rd and 3?
Yep.
Let's give him 3 then.
So hard to keep track of the yardage, Matty C.
Yeah.
We don't have overhead angles like the NFL. So 3rd and 3.
Got to send up a drone next week. What do you reckon?
For sure. Got Nelms in motion. And Mango Jackson breaking
nice
tackles. Oh, what a ball. Is the ball out?
No.
No. They're ripping at the ball, Matty C. But what a tackle, shall I say.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him the first down on this one too. Yes,
right
they
on
are.
the marker. Wow.
There were 2 stages in that run where I thought he was going to be short, and he kept on fighting and kept on fighting. But once Aramoana came in there and made that contact, I was concerned about whether that ball was coming out or not. And you can see at the end of it, Aramoana fell off, and Jackson still had the ball. A tough play for 4 yards, Mango Jackson.
So, yes, Aramoana, big hit over the top. Wasn't enough, as you said, Matty C. Siemka goes in motion. Here goes Mujali. And Mujali patient compared to Jackson, who's patient and powerful, shall we say.
Yeah, well, and this one, minimal gain. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. But this is all you need to do. You don't need to blow the doors off here. You've got the lead by 2 scores. You've got possession, and you're backed up in your own end. Take your time. Just start using this clock. You're in the 4th quarter now, and this will give you a 12th player. The clock becomes your 12th player.
Exactly, Matty. So your favorite saying, shall I say, when it comes to the 4th quarter. Oh, Stewart was moving. He moved a couple of times. Phillips was pointing the first time. The second time he moved again.
That'll kill you, won't it? Just kill you. You're doing a good job of trying to drag this ball out, and discipline is going to be key. Going to be absolutely key here. And the Wolves, you don't mind seeing that.
And from a receiver too, Matty C, I know what you're about to say. You're about to talk about he has to watch the ball, right?
Yeah.
Say it all the time.
I was talking to the Red Bull about this one a couple of weeks ago when we were both up in the box together, and he was saying, look, it's a lot the same too when he played over in Europe as well, and he's saying, look, you just got to be deaf. You just got to play deaf. Do not think about what's going on around you in terms of the sounds. You just got to be absolutely visual in that moment.
And this one is going to get kept by Kennett. A good keep on the keep. Oh, he put his head down as well. And
great tackle by Wills.
That one.
Yeah. But that brings back all that penalty yardage and pushes them forward a little bit. So he gains probably around about 7 yards to get him back to, let's say 3rd and 5. Most manageable situation here. You chew off what you can. And if you have to punt it away, fine. But you've just eaten up a good 2.5, 3 minutes of the clock. You've moved the ball. You've shown, yep, okay. You have to work really hard. We're not going to make mistakes. And then you put it all back in Gungalan's hands, who are going to have to move quick.
So Mujali, he's there. So they got Claude lined up in the slot receiver position right now at the bottom of the screen. Moving Siemka around. Hand off. Mujali loses it. He picks it up. Oh my goodness, the defense has stood tall.
Cheetah doing a great job making contact. Aramoana finishes off. What great hands from Mujali after the ball came out to get back on possession and then look up and then secure it again. So well done. They lose 2 yards on it, but you've been eating up the clock, and if you've got to punt it away, so be it, because now you put Gangala in the position where they have to execute. They're going to maybe get two possessions here. They have to execute on both. You're saying you've got to be perfect now.
Exactly, Matty C. We saw Mattress return one from this exact position last time these two teams played.
Nice punt.
Going to get fielded by Mattress at his own 30. And there's a block in the back, clear as day. And Mattress is just going to kneel down. He knows. If I'm Mattress, I'd be very frustrated at that block.
He knows. And it's kind of been his day, hasn't it? Like, he's had a few slip through his fingers. There's just been some misfires over the place. He's showing the signs of frustration. And, this is just one of those things that He does this so often too. You see him run one way and then he just plants his foot in the dirt and turns completely around and comes to the other open side. He does that to such great success that I think it just frustrates him when it's like, man, I already had that guy beat.
Yeah. And I think, Matty C, like, especially we've been talking about all day, blocks in the back have been a very big emphasis by officials. I don't think we've ever seen a day where a block in the back foul has been called more than today.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, they're trying to make sure everyone's safe out there, and I
Yes.
think that's hugely important. If you're going to block somebody somewhere they can't see you, you need to make sure there's some due diligence about making sure the players are safe. So I think saying, if you do that, we're going to take it away from you.
Here's Phillips getting the snap, looking, quick one here to Marshall. Marshall gets the catch, a good one to the 30.
Yeah, about 7 yards on that one, and no risk, just a little button hook, and they run such a beautiful pattern. They send one guy a bit longer, they clear out some space, the little button hook underneath. It's a low-risk pass, and then Marshall can just take it, get as many yards as he can.
2nd and about 4 coming up. So 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Got Damon Smith one-on-one with Zadrunka at the bottom of the screen with Wells helping as well. As here goes Phillips looking. Deep ball! Can he get it to Marshall? No, he cannot. He's overthrown him.
And that was a great job by Lockie Clark too, because he had enough contact on the receiver to slow him down without any of it being illegal. And that would frustrate the hell out of me as a receiver when my corner would do that. But it's super legal, really nice one, because that really relied on the receiver getting there at full speed. If it was going to hit him in the end of the fingers, he needed to get there at full speed, and Clark did enough to just rub off some of that speed.
3rd and 4, and it's 4-down territory from here on out for the Wolves. Pretty obvious to say that, shall we say. 3rd and 4, here's Phillips. Back to throw, looking, quick one. Smith, here he is. First down, gets it on the chest, Matty C. You love that as a receiver.
You really do, because it makes it hard to drop, right? Like if it's right in that zone and you drop it, then you better not be, you better make yourself scarce in the locker room at halftime or the end of the game, because your quarterback's going to come and say, hey, what are you doing to me? And also, it's super embarrassing when it hits you in that spot and you just can't reel it in. So Smith, he's already made 8 catches today. He's looking really sharp. And I like the idea of giving him room to run. Get the ball in his hands and give him room to run. You don't have to bomb it. He's just savvy and smart. He can find ways to get yardage.
And Phillips rolls to his right. Goes for Smith. Contact with Zadrunka. Jason Ray is calling for it. No one's calling for it on the official side.
Yeah, and I think the reason that's not a penalty there is I don't think that ball's catchable. I don't think there's, even without the contact, I don't think there's any way Damon Smith changes his body's trajectory to get under that ball and make that catch. The only people in the area are both wearing black shirts. It's a good not call, but I can see that for the Wolves here, that's super infuriating.
2nd down coming up here. Ball at the 38. Going back to throw. Here's Phillips. Steps up. And he's going to go. Now, not a nice block because it's probably a penalty. Oh, he gets hit low again. And then hit over the top. Boy, Clark with a good tackle. But Matty C, when he said nice block, another one came through. That was a bit questionable.
Yeah, no, it was a lovely block by the offensive tackle there, who just kind of rubbed off that defensive end who was getting all that penetration. But then in the middle, it was Mango Jackson who got a block right in the back. And it's just one of those things where the longer a play goes, the more difficult it is for an offensive line or an offensive team to keep their nose clean when it comes to things like that, because you've got a lot to do to try and keep that play open. And the longer that play goes, more advantage to the defensive player.
So 2nd down, 20 yards to go, Matty C. This is a long way back here for the Wolves. As I said earlier, they got a lot going against them for injuries at the moment as well. It's going to be tough with Dugdale and Phillips also being banged up a bit. So here it is. Phillips, deep ball, Mattres's way, tipped up. Oh, it's caught! It is caught! It is caught!
He's knees down in.
On the 2nd grab. Mattress tipped it up for him. What teamwork, Matty C.
Yeah, his knee was down in the field too, and that goes from being a pass to the play start on the 28-yard line to now being spotted at the 43-yard line going in, given more than 30 yards for that play. Just really smart for Marshall to know where he was on the field and make that catch, but also get his knee down immediately.
What a grab for Marshall.
31-yard grab.
Mattress goes in motion. They're fired up. Get it to Smith. And Smith turns the corner. One man to beat. Oh, he's down inside the 25. Great cover tackle from Nelms to cover for Zadrunko, who was beat on that one.
Yeah, lovely. And look at that. Just another 12-yard, 13-yard gain.
Timeout Centurions. They'll take their first timeout of the half.
18 yards on that grab, so even better from Damon Smith. That's his longest of the day, and it's his 9th grab. Matthew Phillips has now completed 21 passes. How about that?
Yeah, and you can really say that was sort of like a basketball timeout there from the Centurions, really to get their defense reset and to stop the momentum of the offense.
Well, and here we are, right? We're in this position where the Wolves had to be perfect on this drive.
Yeah.
They've done enough to keep the chains moving. They got to score. They absolutely have to score. If they don't come away with points at the end of this drive, that is probably curtains in this game unless the defense can do something significant. The chances for that they diminish so quickly too, because what are the chances you're going to do something risky on offense if you're Centurion? So you get the stop here, you might just find yourself in sole possession of first place.
First down and 10, 25. Here's Phillips looking over the middle. Marshall again. He's really come up today, Matty C.
8 yards. That is his 5th grab. He gets 9 more yards on that one. Just really smart. Got it right into a spot where only he could get it, and he was immediately brought down, but just a strong set of hands.
So 3 receivers to the top. Smith one-on-one at the bottom with Zadrunka again. Looking that way. Here it is. Smith again. Trying to rip the ball as Nelms, but they get the first down.
His 10th catch on the day too, and just goes and gains another 6 yards. We're going to be first and pretty much goal. And we've seen this a few times today. The Wolves getting into first and goal situations.
Yep.
They have to convert it. They have got no other option but to convert.
So first down and goal to go here. Back to throw Phillips. Rolling left. He floats it up there, incomplete. Just had to get that out of bounds, Matty C.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's had a really efficient day too. He's 22 for about 30 attempts, and he's just piled on these yards in the second half. He's got completions of more than 10 yards, and about 6 of those completions in the second half. They really need a touchdown, though. They have not scored in the second half, not since early in the second quarter, and time is of the essence.
Back to throw Phillips, looking. End zone for Smith, wasn't there?
It wasn't there. He just threw it straight to the corner post. It's close enough to the receiver for it not to be grounding, but also far enough away. No danger. Critically, no danger. It's 3rd down, but man, John, in my book, it's 2nd down, right? You have to go for it on 4th.
You definitely do. It's time for the Centurions to make another goal line stand. Is it time for the Wolves to finally get another touchdown? 3rd down. Goal to go from the 10. Oh, Phillips with one hand. Over the middle. Dugdale! Touchdown! Wolves! They're back in it, Matty C. Depending on this 2-point conversion, they're back in it.
Yeah, and that is a great play right across the middle. That snap, did you see? It hit him in the left hand. He didn't quite get it, but he was able to tip it up to himself. And then all of a sudden, the early reads on that right side where he was first looking weren't there, but he had patience and watched Dugdale's route develop. Hit him in the spot where only he could get it. He brings it down and waltzes into the end zone. This is the play, though, isn't it? 21 points to 12. If you don't complete this, the touchdown didn't matter. You have to complete the 2-point conversion here.
I think just timeout Centurions as well, Matty C. Just to make sure they get this, because it's a 9-point game right now. So if they miss this one, the Wolves, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah. It would render the touchdown almost useless if you don't get the 2-pointer here, because that 9 points still keeps it a 2-possession game. Well, it was a 2-possession game before you scored, so it brings the margin in, but it really doesn't do anything to affect the way you've got to continue to play, and it almost takes the possession off yourself for getting the touchdown and not getting the 2-pointer. So they have to run their best play, and every play in your playbook is designed to make you at least 3 yards. Never has the 3 yards been more important than now.
Here it is. For Matt Phillips, Lionel Dorje in the backfield. You got Smith and Mattress at the bottom of the screen, Dugdale and Marshall at the top of the screen. Moving Dugdale in motion. And Phillips, quick one, Dugdale catches it, reaches! He's in! He's in! He got it! Right on the spot. The near side official, Gooding, he saw that there, Matty C, and he had to give it.
Yeah, and that near side official, Doug Gooding, he was on the spot. You could see even from up here on this angle, he definitely gets across the line. But there's a flag in the middle, and it's not going to count. We got a hold, and that play's not going to count. Now you got it from 13 yards, man shot. What's your best play from 13 yards? Not everyone's got one that can do it from here.
That is a costly penalty, Matty C. Wow. Just got to take those 2 off the board.
Oh, my gosh.
So here we go again. They have to do this again, but from 10 yards further back.
Some drama, Llama, isn't it?
Gotta think this one is too hard. But Phillips can make the hard
Saunders.
look easy. Oh, it's caught. No, there's flags down everywhere. I don't think this one will be counting, Matty C.
Yeah, it's going to be against the offense, and then they're going to decline it. They're simply just going to decline it. Saunders had him by the tail. He couldn't have got any hip drive through the ball, so it just sails out of the way, and they decline the penalty. So that's it. That's the 2-point conversion, not successful, and the score remains 21 points to 12. And mate, it's brought the margin in, but you still need 2 scores, and now all that time's gone.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, Matty. You can't say it's over yet, but boy, it's be really hard.
Well,
right
now you need your defense to do something exceptional. Your offense just did something exceptional. They got all the way down there and kept them in the game. That 2-point conversion failing really puts the pressure on. Now, without your defense doing something exceptional, there is no hope. Your defense has to get you a possession here.
Exactly, Matty C. It's a tough proposition right now. Dugdale has to kick this one short. Bouncing around. Oh, no, they had a chance. Zadrunka just hit it out as well. Oh, Matty, they had their chance there.
I think that might have been a tactical fumble by Zadrunka to have a play at it and not make it look like it's hitting it over the sideline, but make sure it gets over that sideline. So here we go.
Yeah, I think so, Matty C. You're right.
And just putting myself in Zadrunka's shoes there too, with that oncoming rush. Safety first. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Onto it.
Yeah, I know you would. But we get the ball here on the 44-yard line. So, look, you didn't get the depth because you needed to have a go at trying to get a possession back, right? You needed to steal a possession. You still do.
Yep.
And your defense now has to lock into getting that ball out, and you know they're going to be run heavy. So you just have to try and hold the man up and rip that ball out before he loses momentum.
Kennett awaits the snap. Hand off to Mujali. Oh, he's breaking through, but he won't get more than a yard.
Yeah, mate, and a yard at a time's fine because you keep the clock rolling. And if you can bust one for more than a yard or 2 and you can end up getting 5 or 6, you start to put pressure on the defense again.
Well, we've seen Mujali on that last series, Matty C. He dropped the ball. It was really has been a tough day holding on to the football across the board from both teams. So a fumble right now could be anything.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, right? You still have a lot of responsibility with carrying the ball, but it's so much easier in a situation like this where you can surround yourself with your big black jerseys and then just go and find some dirt.
Hand off again. Mujali falls forward.
Like that. Just like that. 7
Yeah,
points of contact. You look like someone's going to make contact with you. Just get down. No worries.
Timeout Wolves.
Yeah, force them to use them. I mean, you're still asking them to come up with 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
They don't have a field goal kicker.
This is a game where you really need Sean Tokley, Matty C.
Yeah.
That's 2 points.
Right
See
there.
that 12?
Could be 14.
Those 2 points
Could be
would
14.
Sean Tokley.
Yeah. And I mean, they've also been in positions where they could have walked away with a 3-point try as well, right? That very first drive where they got stopped down at the far end after all those 5, 6 first downs in that drive.
Yeah.
Any other time, that's a field goal crack, right?
Potentially,
So it's just, there's just so many opportunities for points left off the board this week without your specialist field goal kicker, who's only the state's field goal kicker as well. So, like, a great field goal kicker.
It's just, the wrong time to really miss Tokley is in a big game like this, Matty C, where you're trailing the whole day.
Yeah, and they haven't had a moment where they've been in front. They got very close when they had scored the touchdown at 6-7, but weren't able to get the 2-point conversion. So that was as close as you get. And now, since then, you've kind of been, getting pushed around a bit.
3rd down and 8 coming up. And here is Kennett awaiting the snap. 2 receivers either side. Oh, movement by the left tackle. You're going to march that one back 5.
Yeah, Ed Lyle's going to slap his own helmet there, I think. He knew he had to lock in and just kind of got drawn off by that, the intensity of the situation. You know that the call's going to have a hard count in it, but it's just the intensity of the situation can sometimes just help you lose where you're up to.
And he's a very good player as well. He won championship last year with the UNSW Raiders. And, boy, it's just an uncharacteristic mistake there. 3rd down and 13. Just a tough one there for Lyle. Let's see what they can do, though. Can they make it back? Can it? Over the middle in the screen. Siemka! Oh, he's going to get a good chunk of yardage. 4th and 4.
Yeah, I reckon we're going to give him about 8 or 9 yards on that catch. Just Siemka doing Siemka things, right? He had that 52-yard catch, and we really haven't seen a lot of completed passes since, but haven't needed to, right? Because they've been in control. They've been getting a lot of help with penalty first downs in that 3rd quarter as well. So Siemka just doing a very veteran job. 2 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown today for Julian Siemka. Touchdown, Jesus.
Yeah, and really spat 4th and 5.5. Shall we say, Matty C?
And we're doing halves. Oh, how about
It
that?
looks like it to me.
0.55, I reckon.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, that one
0.56.
Al Michaels clip where he was going up to like about 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, I can't remember the exact line, but 3 inches. Just 3 inches short.
The
So,
3-inch line.
Yeah. 4th and 5.5. Kick
Here
from
comes the punt.
Kennett.
Now,
Oh, that one's gone off the side of his boot. He's going to be a touchback.
Natalie, you
Phillips
do
was
not
deep.
want a return.
Yeah. Especially not from Matt Phillips, who's an athlete as well.
Yeah, you don't want a return, that's all. You just do not want them to have the ball in broken play. They're going to spot him here for the 36-37 roundabout.
Yeah.
And, that makes it a 60-plus yard drive. They have to have it. And they have to have it fast. I mean, this is the thing, because a touchdown's not going to win this game for you. You still need a second touchdown.
Yeah. And really, just to think about it, we might have been a Sean Tokley away from 2 ties, Matty C, in this whole
Maybe.
in the whole series as well. It's crazy to think about that sort of scenario. 1st and 10 coming up. But here is Phillips looking. Saunders gets the hit, the sack, and it's recovered. Donnie Saunders, what a season, what a player. He did it in juniors, he did it in seniors. There's going to be flags everywhere, unsportsmanlike.
McShane is the recoverer, and Armoana comes in over the top and is in that play too long, and it gets all aggro in there. We didn't need any of that, guys. We didn't need any of that.
Definitely not Matty C. Wow.
I mean, such is the intensity out there. These are 2 teams who have not taken a backward step away from each other in 4 seasons, and here they are playing for, essentially, the inside running to a automatic qualifier spot to a grand final, and it's no wonder that the stakes are so high and the passion is so high.
Definitely Matty C. Yeah, just a little too much pushing there, Matty C. Wow, that pushed him to the ground a few times. That's, very uncalled for, as you said, Matty C. Don't need that. And gosh, the referees just emptied their pockets straight away.
Yeah, I mean, and you've just done all that to get yourself the ball back, and then immediately there's a great defensive play. Donnie Saunders, who played a fantastic game earlier in the juniors, he's been playing out of his size as well as a senior men's player. Just chased down Matt Phillips, makes great contact and gets that ball out. McShane dives on it. We didn't need any of that afterwards. Yeah.
First down.
Penalties on both the players who were involved in the tackle. They both stay on the field.
So you guys can see.
But they get an offset, and it's going to be a Centurions ball here at the 36-yard line.
And here it is, Matty C. Wow. Just an incredible play by Donny Saunders. What a season he's having.
Yeah, he's been disruptive all day. He's had his hands on passes in the air. He's been an absolute menace in the backfield. And, mate, he's been doing that in 2 levels.
Can't exactly remember what I said to him 2 weeks ago after he had a great game. I said, man, just show us what you got, and we'll be advocating for your case to make the Australian national team, I think it was, like the under-20s national team. I think, yeah, if any coaches are watching out there on the Australian teams, you got to get Donny Saunders on there.
Look out for number 12,
I'm going to be advocating that case. I promised him I'd be doing that if he's making good plays. He made a great play to win the game, basically, for his team. I've got to say it, Matty C. I've got to hold myself to my word there. It's Kennett, handoff, Jackson, Mango Jackson, like the boss, he's going to carry some defenders. Down, close to that first down marker. Now, I wasn't here last week, Matty C. He did this at the end of a game as well last week against the Gladiators, and he's carrying defenders on the back. I missed the bus reference, Matty C. I missed it.
Oh.
Classic one. I was going to say it if I was there. So I had to include it there.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, because I certainly wasn't getting that one.
I mean, who did I call the boss on your football team, Matty C?
Oh, it was Matty C.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
It was Matty C. I was the boss.
How could such a small guy do that? Were you carrying defenders on your back in the day?
No. It was very much because I wore a Jerome Bettis jersey to training one time, and the irony was too much for people. So I got the bus for about 3 seasons there.
Yeah, it's
and then I stopped playing and became a coach. Is that an upgrade from a bus, a coach? I don't know. Why no seatbelts?
And there's a rush through the middle. Kennett's going to take that.
Sleight of hand.
First down, even more. He's breaking. One more push. He gets down inside the 10, near to the 5.
Unbelievable from Bo Kennett. Unbelievable. And that contact from Nicholin is the only thing that stopped Bo Kennett from just sending this into purple party zone. With that contact so high on him and drags him down at about the 6-yard line. That's a 30-yard gain in a play where you just, as a defense, you cannot let that happen.
And Matty C, first down, goal to go. They've got the heavy backfield. Basically looks like field goal formation. That's how heavy this backfield is.
Just kneel it, it's over.
And that, Matty C, what a win by the Centurions. You have to say the last few games in between the 2 meetings between these 2 clubs, say the last 2 or 3 games, they really haven't been playing great football. I think today they played as perfect as you could ask for.
I mean, they really had to have it this week. They couldn't let the Wolves, who've beaten them in the last 2 championship games, they beat them in all appearances after week 1 last year. They lost by a point in week 1 last year to the Centurions. But, I mean, the Wolves have kind of had the run of the last 4 or 5 meetings. You just could not let them get away with that. You had to come and punch them in the mouth and say, you still need to respect that we are not going away. We aren't has-beens. We aren't too old. And here they are with just such an impressive 21-12 win. And I feel like this means that Coach Matt Lewin needs to dress this sharp each week. I think that's what the precedent is. It's no surprise to me that this has coincided with the day he's come looking like he's going to a job interview.
Is that what? Is that suit just saying we mean business, Matty C? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's what we're saying.
Yeah, don't make me sweat too much in this white shirt, I think is what he was saying. And they had control all day.
And the Centurions with an emphatic statement win today, 21-12. What a game we had, Matty C. Bo Kennett leading this team down the field time after time. It felt like probably his best performance, shall we say, Matty C, of the season so far. No turnovers from him. No real plays where he put the ball in danger. And well, he had that one turnover, actually. That was just a great play by Wills. But really, apart from that, he had a great game.
Yeah, and I think, in a situation like that too, where it comes off the receiver's hands, it's not Kennett putting the ball in danger. It's there's a deflection, and the ball is up for grabs, and the defender makes a really savvy play. Kennett also, they got that lead, and then they continued to move the ball without having to do anything too tricky, and without causing any any consternation without generating any turnovers. And Kennett then only has to complete one pass in the second half for them to get away with this win. And it's a real statement win, because I think while the Wolves have had the better run of this rivalry lately, this really does a lot to inspire that next time they meet, the Wolves have to win. They just have to win.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to be relegated into a playoff situation. You don't know what's going to happen in a playoff situation. When you're first place, you know you're going to the final.
Exactly. And I think that was something they probably felt, the Centurions, that they would have to go to if they didn't win today. Well, Matty C, even though they have been a bit shaky over the season, you can say, Matty C, the Centurions, I think they're definitely back to their best.
Yeah, I think so too. And, it's great to see too that the last couple of weeks we've seen Mango Jackson against some defenses where he could cause a bit of trouble, go and rack up some yards, get a touchdown in each. He gets a touchdown today, but it was harder yards today. He carried the ball 11 times through 35 yards. Much harder work out there. And it also relied on Kennett having to carry the ball 30 times for 68 yards. So that's how they got their ball moving on the ground. Kennett also, he had 152 yards in the first half, 13 in the second half, but throws 2 touchdowns, no further turnovers after that tipped intercept in the first half. Just a really veteran display of ball control today.
Yeah, it was a couple of interceptions. We did forget to rain down one at the start of the game.
Oh, yeah.
But apart from that, Matty C, just a pretty composed Bo Kennett, shall I say. I mean, last time I was commentating him, it was a bit shaky towards the end when Panaccio got a couple pick sixes in a row, but Kennett's really bounced back the last couple of weeks, and I think he's done a really good job. I mean, he had that great Week 2 performance. We had like 6 touchdowns or something like that, and apart from that, I think this game probably is better than that one even, because he really did keep composed the whole time, and I think that's a great credit to him. Great credit to run game as well, really being able to drain out the clock for a long period of time. And I have to say as well with the Wolves, it's a very uncharacteristic performance from them. I think the Centurions defense, well on top in that matchup, they got a lot of turnovers out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was over 150 yards rushing on the ground today for the Centurions to go with about 160, 170 yards in passing. So, it's over 300 total yards and very balanced. Very lopsided early on with those 2 long touchdown plays, but just the ball control came in. The defense did exactly what their defense does. Haven't given up more than 12 points all year. So just looking like a really characteristic, old-time veteran heritage Centurions turnout today. And the Wolves, I think, it's a weird thing to say that might be licking their wounds, but I think it's only going to make them hungrier when we see them again in the same matchup in Week 8.
Has to be one of the best. This has to be one of the best days, really, we've seen. In terms of football, when we have 2 games a day, Matty C, I think just the quality across both games. We said this about Week 1. I think this week was a lot better than Week 1. I mean, I had a free finish earlier today, and this game didn't disappoint. It was a bit less close, you could say, but the Wolves did their best to take it down to the wire. It's almost a 1-score game in the end, and really, if it wasn't for a couple of defensive plays by the Centurions, it could have gone even closer.
Yeah, it's an excellent day of football. I think we've all been treated to about the best this league can offer you. We've had 1-score games in the early one. We've had a really tense 9-point victory here in the second one, where it's 3 touchdowns to 2. You couldn't ask for a better day of football as well to support a great charity. We were supporting the I Got You Foundation, which is all about mental health awareness and suicide prevention. We had a great turnout here at the ground. We had some great donations. We had sold a lot of merch. I'm wearing one of the bucket hats right now as well. And all the proceeds from today's cafeteria went to the charity as well. And just great to throw a little bit of a spotlight on mental health awareness and suicide prevention. And all of that supported by 2 incredibly great games of football. And I can't wait to come back here and do the same lineup again in Week 8, where there's going to be just so much to play for as well. But with all the implications that were out there today, Centurions leave today in first spot, Wolves second, and now the Stars with their second win of the season in third outright. What a great weekend of football, mate.
Wow, I think, Matty C, wins today go a long way in the course of the season, as you said. Centurions, they're sitting on top now. After being shaky for a few weeks, we thought. They've come back and now they're in top place. They're one win against the Wolves away from a first-round bye, you would say.
Yep.
And really, the Stars, they themselves, with their win, probably get a playoff spot, barring the Gladiators running the table. It's going to take a lot for the Gladiators to come back. It's going to take a lot for the Wolves in the next game. The next game, Matty C, between these two teams will be like the grand final come early.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, it kind of felt like a grand final come earlier today, to be honest.
Yeah.
In pre-game, it felt like a final. And all day, it felt like we were calling a final. The quality of play out there, the amount of passion and intensity the guys put in out there today, mate, unmatched. Unmatched for a weekend of American football ACT. In the 4 years I've been working with you in this league, presenting the live stream here, I've never had a more toughly contested weekend of games.
Yeah.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to get home and I'm just going to put these games on again on the TV in the lounge room.
I will definitely do the same as well, Matty C. It's been a long week, a great week, but wow, we just ended the week with two amazing games. In this one, the Centurions winning 21-12. Any final thoughts? Any final stats, Matty C?
Yeah, I'm just totaling some up, and I've got Damon Smith, amazing. He had 10 receptions for 71 yards today. It's not often you'll see someone with 10 receptions, and especially as a receiver who's known for explosive plays, to be contained to 71 on that was quite amazing.
Yep.
Matty Phillips, 22 completed passes, didn't throw an intercept either. In fact, threw 2 touchdowns, 237 yards. Did have that really critical late fumble, though. That's the thing, right? We saw Nyang and Wills with intercepts each, but 3 forced fumbles recovered by the Centurions. That, to me, is the start of the day. Bo Kennett, he goes for 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did have those 2 intercepts, but 68 yards rushing. Mango Jackson with his 35 yards and a touchdown. The other rushing yards came from James Mjali. He was fantastic out there today. Carried the ball 11 times for 53 yards. Check this out. James Henneke, 89-yard touchdown, but also had 3 other receptions, finished with 117 yards on the day. Just a great weekend of football. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Yeah.
Live streaming this game with American Football ACT. Manjot Melly, I missed you so much last week. I'm so glad to have done this week with you, mate.
Yeah, definitely, Matty C. I mean, thank goodness. I mean, yeah, it's been a long week for myself personally, mentally.
Yeah,
I think I need a nap after this one. Yeah, it's been a great day. I'm glad I could come out, Matty C. It's been good. I mean, we had you duck out for a little bit here and there as well, but hey, look, Matty C, we did it, and what a day! What a day!
We
were
did it.
rewarded very well, and thankfully we're there for 2 great finishes. And look, everyone, we're gonna have a bye next week for the seniors. There's a juniors game though going on. They have to make up the week 1 game. Next week it's going to be Gladiators, Wolves, and the juniors. So do join us then as well down here at Greenway Oval. And we've also got next in a couple of weeks' time, we've got more seniors and juniors action as well. Football's only just getting started, Matty C, but we're already halfway through the season. How sad is that?
Oh, yeah, it's incredible that this kind of marked the halfway. We've got 3 more regular season rounds to go, and then the semi-final and Capital Bowl. Next week, we'll see the Gladiators in the early game against the Wolves, the Stars playing against the Centurions. Mate, anything could happen. The Stars played pound for pound really well today, but the Gladiators, mate, they gave them a real good scare, and they could easily have hung on for that win. And then this second game in the afternoon, I think the Wolves will come out with something to prove next week. After this game could have gone very differently. They had the ball down in scoring positions a couple of times and couldn't come away with the points that I think they might have thought they deserved. I think we're going to see them angry next week.
Yeah, I think potentially a week off for us as well, Matty C, with the seniors being
cheering's for our winning quarterback, by the way, Bo Kennett, getting the big cheer from the crowd.
Yeah, big fan club here and leaving with great scenes, Matty C.
I'm in the Bo Kennett fan club too, except for when I have to play him in fantasy. Then I'm not.
Yeah, exactly, Matty C. Well, been a great day. 2 amazing games. We're going to sign off here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for seniors and next week for juniors. Thank you, everyone.
Hooroo.